2. Dev team just got a knock.
Hell yeah, they got it done. Over in Mehran, is that going to result in some
Ay,
towers? We'll have to wait and see. Gun though, I think he saw that smoke. He's like, that's maybe a full team. This is just not quite worth it.
I'm like, but Max, what happens if the Dev team actually wins? There's gonna be some eyebrow raises over there. It's like, okay, you guys are too good at this. Put him in.
Cái làm lang ấy.
Just nerf all the weapons they were using. They know what's good in the game.
Cái làm lang một cái tay ấy.
Oh wait, what is this? The cavalry's here in the compound. Flare gun trying to get some assistance from Ugray. But
no, that's not.
It does not work out.
That's not John Allen. That's actually John Smith making sure he gets the off angle and getting the knock, and confirming the elimination too. And now Amina having to back off as Ogray decides to make the smart play, and more than likely going to be going to look for a recall tower. There you go.
We have destroyable terrain. The bridge is not there just yet. In a future update.
Your favorite thing. One of your favorite things.
Kung mga dahil na throw. Hindi yaw kung mga dahil ni mga kuha di sinatupan. Ito sama na ito PMGC kita ito. Ang lumayan siya.
What do they look like?
Superstar United kina siya. Superstar United ki. Holo ring sila may hold ni ko, ngane sila may hold ni. Superstar United mane. Ama do lock draw ni. Hold draw ni. Horum dai da ngakso. Wari batai to bueno. Ngai we lock ko. Ngak lai we wani da kwai do. Lai da na. Wari do lai da na. Yare smile volume ke ka yare. Volume yare, they can yare ke ka hai na bata. Oh, almost suckers my pima. Sell. Conquer go, yore. Conquer. Arjun ID bro, DX to D grand finale sano haraga conquer push tawlay re. Tarakani, DX tarakani. Ha, mag-study taw ni mi. Study taw ni ka taraga nung nasiga hayen ka lay ya. ID APG ga DX ka ni support. DK ga na ini support. Ato pa de kaya kadaw de. Ani the moy gameplay and pagay no ay. Hey. Sita, sang la de no sai kay ko sikida. Tayo sikida. Metay sayang so yawe. Sikida sita sang la de. Sari. Karang DK last comeback lah itu kang bro itu. Kang ini no. Iya, mau yang mi gieng ini karena kemarin sana final day ini mesti kemarin tahu weekly lo gieng ini. Lo study tahu ini. Strategi macam mana lo ini world challenge lah kau aja. World qualify berapa? Aja tim teratur kapna pada tim ani kekan pada qualify orang agak kita begitu jangan mau itu performance fee ba. Sati makan fight ni ganggu ani aku miari betul tak? Bro, tagak lo time limit VPN gitu. Tagak. APG tu macam ni bro. This macam ni ai support ni APG ka DK ka support. Squad ka yari no may tayo masagi squad ama. Aduh squad to secret tu yang lain sih. APG na chicken sabe play tu bridge. Landa ya da bridge ta si mi ko yang tu ni aje. Aduh dah mai yang tu kang bra. Bridge la sa ka di ba ka phau do. Aduh sendo. Squad maming the rest side ko. Bro na sino VPN tu ya de. Ya ba. Aduh wifi da katani ko ya do. Kano da ya da ni ko wifi katang ni ko. Ya do wifi katani ko ai hai hau Oh, khang ngay. Ai hayದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಇದು ವೈಫೈ ಕತಂಗಿ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ data da yaro ko. Game tao lên đấy. Khang. Mo. Da kan đây. Ko sa game đó. Ani sa bagi ito kung la ta ko sa last time di mo party na ma di kelen.
Here we go. Bob Watch. Hey, they get out of the pop blue. Keep driving.
Tầm nè.
How is this team still here? Still
cái đồ buộc lo đi chả ở trên đi sẽ buộc lo cái nó buộc lo đi chả cái nó buộc lo mà chúng ta cái này sao đấy nghe gì cool mà anh ta cái gì nè cái nó cái buộc lo cái này đó buộc này buộc lo cái gì cái khát tốc cũng ngầm gì cái đồ tại mới hay tao mới ăn sẵn nào rồi mà yes lại trò mi cũng buồn mẹ gì đi cái này hay tao mà xem mới sẵn nào mà làm tiền liền vậy final đi này cả anh chỉ thấy cái tham gia đi mi vào cái nung ai commentary mi ăn chứ nung ai chứ đi em tụi con này nuôi đấy khôi càng luôn maru cái sao hung cái mà phải cái gì kể lệ nóc sai đi thôi KS nóc sai rồi bà trên Manipur cái này thôi KS nóc sai càng lấy sana cái này càng lấy sana nóc sai KS nóc sai KS nóc sai KS cái selin lấy đi KS cái càng lấy sana selin càng lấy sana nóc sai mà thằng này càng lấy sana cái macron sai nóc sai càng lấy sana cái macron càng lấy sana cái macron càng lấy sana cái mi cái thằng này là cái càng lấy sana cái mi ni thằng này anh ấy tăng ai càng lấy sana thông chân EF càng u thông chân lấy hết KS cái càng u này gì cái đó gọi là dầu đi dầu rồi gọi là dầu ơi mà thằng sao lâu rồi thằng cái đấy bom bay sát số ca với giảm suất và đây nhé Manipur cái đó mà này Manipur cái đó mà ông giờ đây rebound cái tàu lấy bom bắt dây anh nhau đấy Africa Brozu yaudo good afternoon Let's point chat who team do yeng che bro who team do yeng che ako who team nga tanga là cái fight lâu tiền rồi đó mới fight lâu tiền rồi khơi đi nơi nè 하기 떨어서 좀 반사를 가이 간제다 보니까 요들 레버카라 간제다 막 거기가 빠이신들 자로 론도기 맵나 APG 1v3 또 설건 투음도 아씨 아들이요네 못당 장전기 막 통들이고 메트기 그게 봐도도 메트기 마밍도 그게 봐 캐논 러시 하니네 아들이 노파도 마밍도 đấy cái nó ra sai ra cái nó mà mình co để vậy box mà mình đi pop thông độ của nó mà pusar ra box mà mình đi thông độ ra của nó anh em đấy cái đâu là cái ai casting tao ai si commentary tao cái đi comment tao nè ai cast si live tha cái đi yang gần cái đi mà có ai này ai verify na ngau dre do na yaw ko nang dre do ne na ngau dre pa le te ang de siang ngai di kang de sum bro gi lai yeng ko khak ne game fo hap ti ai o asa ado de ai sum pa yi to ri ni da so na mo khen na hai do ba ri do no ka do my protection được các bạnไม่ถึงพวกเองอู่กับบ้านเลยตัวนี้มีแต่คนท้องนอกตัวเองแต่มันก็ไรคิวกับบ้านเลยตัวนี้ไอ้ปังบันเองกันMNP lâu tôngมาเลยพิงเฉลี่ยอยู่ดิMNP lâuนี่ MNPมาข้ามอะไรดิ MNP มิงเสียตัวครับเนี่ยมีนานะตัวเสียมีนานะไม่เอาสิตัวมีนานะไม่เอาสิเกมก็ที่เราทบปุ๊บก็เองเลย Say many father lie and Captain Asia. I don't know no I knew. I am when I lying what he told him no I. Maru Koi Badagina, oh Maru Kojangela. Maru Koi Bagi. Maru Koi Banati Em Koi Bane, I know. Em Kodoki, that wrong out of Maru Secure. Lupare Kiem Kamwana. Yes. Bớt buông chile Thật sự là bố mẹ rồi mấy mà kiếm angle the same đấy bao giờ hết cái nó cái này ê nó cái này Levin đấy ôi Levin with the one knock Amazon knock sai Levin knock sai đấy sẽ tên này có shotgun dong đó đó ai cũng mấy này ama cặp cái tàu ama cặp thôi rồi ai cũng mấy này sẽ rush pump ba winner place क्या नो चीज़ है winner prize क्या नो winner डल पकुन और मुश्किल डल पता ना winner डल पकुन body ले जो यार डी मैं खंगा का दम नहीं winner chicken dinner सा डल पकुन और का क्या दा मुश्किल डल पता ना Hajikna shotgun ira koina sanari kandana DMR ira ne dago oina laira kudu DMR ira do ni mane DMR ira na thak kan kapi kan ki ira M4 ma mini ma M4 ma SLR ma M4 ma SKS ma SKS cái cái bài M4 ma UMP ma now I am binary with the M4 with the AK cái binary therefore của the M4 cái AK cái am binary hay sẽ đi hai bạn có phải thì rất lâu yêu không ê bom ni sang cái hay sẽ đi hai bạn phải thì rất lâu yêu mới ngon ơi vale căng đi ID pistol đấy hay là nòng mày mà mình gì Semasa pejong pistol den maming khangde sanada bai ni sanari khangde M16 da suppressor ha pa 4x to na bani ko siti siu ya da do tek to ra siti siu ya da do matam da di mo groza ga phangadi lore matam da di groza phangadi lore groza ga phangadi matam da di imai ma Jadi macam nela shotgun pakai kadi, macam dia groza pakai kadi, ini mah tapi ini. Ama tu hor, ini final tu hor kan tu mungkin mengada ini apa? Mengada ke? Video yang cerah. Mấy gì mà nói thì atopa video như thế nào? Phát ra mà video mà saya thiền là game đi này. Cái nó kia có cái gì mà anh saya ngầm một có rồi. Saya ngầm ba. Postawa video mi ngầm này mà saya. Mati pata niya yun eh. Kasi ito yung mali niya yung man eh. Kinoge. Nga ko. Ayun. Maya tiin na na edito niya. Maya. Ang posta na edito niya. Skulaw eh. Side place. Side place. Semi place itu kereta orange. Si video gì? Si video gì bây giờ nếu có film này cap sẽ. Si video mai editing cho. Mai editing cho. Mai editing của tôi cho. Có sao nha mai editing cho. Yes. Lại có hát với giờ đi. Yes, editing là nan rồi mai editing giờ. Ya mẹ mai edit cái tao gì. Yes. Thailand xuống nó ta như nào? Ta đây này đây. Ê, mà đinh điều cốt chiều. Mấy mà ta cảm thấy gì này bài gì? Mấy mà ta cảm thấy gì này bài mù gì cái bài này. Film ना कहते उधर नशी दिया ने पोसीता ना सेम बने हैं
भाई तेरे पे 3 बंदे घुस रहे
भाई तेरे पे 3 बंदे घुस रहे हैं
वो लोग आ ही रहे
ए last minute mas sira male one minute or lotion करे Oi.
Awesome. Marked a location.
वो पहले उठा ले गए
कोई काम को नहीं T1 skin नहीं ने T1 skin जो का नान हाथों के
अरे यार पता है बच गया था
सी उसी की क्या नोटो
भाग क्या
हक करने को जो उसी की T1 नो पादไปกลับหน้ากันคุณตาอะไรต่ออะไรก่อน 32 crore thank you to Supriya for the 32 crore first super chat
रिबिल्डिंग करेगा
first super chat to Supriya ना तो चले thank you
अरे कैसा अरे नाइस अरे
भाई
कोई नहीं सेल्फ ले रहा हूं मैं एंगल पे कहीं पर को बंदा आएगा मार ओ जेंका भाई नाइस ट्राई नहीं बढ़िया कर मार जेंका भाई तू ना मोटर नहीं हैकर अरे हैकर नहीं है अरे अनोनी के साथ खेलता है हैकर थोड़ी ना
कह रहा हूं भाई मैं जो कह मैंने बोल दिया तो है
लाइक कर कशिम को अरे डर अरे मां की बेटी है तो वही है
ชีวิตไปนะว่าก็ยาวเด็ดวายวันนี้น้องไม่ได้วายนี่ชีวิตมีไทยมันเยลโล่ไอ้ที่มีไทยมันสั้นนะปะเบบकी ड्रेस तो रहा है कहनो bec की ड्रेस तो रहा है कहनो चिप्रिया से ब्रो गिस्स अंता तबला ओ चिप्रिया से ब्रो आई गिस्स अंता तबला ओ है वो सुपर चेट लो लाइव था है वाई लाइव थाกันนั่นต่อédition si édition em tụi con này khắp con này kaya orang naman saya report of sel di yes édition tingnan daw mấy mà cái đi nơi thì ale 제노가 제에서 더 이대 씨. 그래서 기다. 마이마.
अरे पगला गया क्या रे
빠르네. 이디죠. 카피 그대로 나대 카피 나대 그 시리아 또 봐. 이디죠 마이 이디죠. 나도 카피. Quick scope sniper 이디죠.
अरे ओपी अटक गया मेरा गेम ही शॉट की वजह से
अरे
अटक गया ये शॉट की वजह से गेम ही अटक गया भाई
이디죠 यावने है गरम है 이디죠 마이 이디죠 ने ये इसे वही कांगो ने कोरेल This is the end. This is it. 내가 다 브로즈 떠오르잖아. 시디치디 앞뒤는 마탐 장에 여기 experience 상에시 마이데 비디오그래피기 캐노가 떠오르간다가 마찬가지 좀 해요. 비디오 땀을 떠오르던데 시디. 마탐 다르도 야로. 세스. 누시에 마탐도. 누시에. 아싸메. No one I need you more than all alone. It's nothing but sana. I wanna say, warra. Dino pa visto eso. Warra. Bala kali. Kita bala kali. Angkat ya. 보세요. 마기 타박 레이터 마기 시디 숨도 기와 하이가 이디 제마네. 마양 이딕도 오다 마이 하이기네. 아다 이랬대요. 마사기 이랬대요. 말. 아시고 스나이퍼 같은 만나 카파이가 비디오 셈 해야 해. 안 랭 산나가 두소. 안 랭 산나 하이다 진짜 빠이 되나 카파고 비디오 셈 봐. 시마야만 우흔들이 오더라. 마카이 서로 우흔들이지. matangnya uhandri sih andre ke kalau rangi andre tha uhandri sih andre sa tara na hita ji da pa ni sniper na ka palo re ada ka video sema lo ko ju sa scheme ngata ne yang ge roni ka tar minor wala mana ko cover pira koi wari ni ses mai as nungin nungai me si bien jaga nungai me si sis ini cemagi si bien jadi nungai me ni pick pa niya ito ne ano daw ay nahining ba di PMGC andaki school apartment ki fight ude ko for ude pang thong na de pang kam na drama apartment ji hai na ram ni na kam na dre mai ba nice But in my second super chat, second super chat, but my gaming with the 40. Thank you. Second super chat.
Awesome.
Sige din dyan nung ayaw niya, ba't? Cook na pala. Iyang na yun.
Watch out.
Iyang. 또 후직디 링은 돌래 중에 자기 스나이퍼 다 톡 되려가.
Mark the location. Watch out. Watch.
सी पाइना ले नुआय बनी है
बढ़िया काम किया
hay tao ngà ra này đây hay tao càng cố mà lên nung din gi pung ama nung din gi ay nung din gi pung ama sana ba 96 के मारा था सिल्वर लोबी हो जा लोग देंगे क्या मारा है भाई तो सिल्वर लोबी sana गोल्ड sana क्या मारा तो पुल्ला ने वो चंगा ही जो atau apa mungkin sih, mai edit tuh pas apa yang bawa nih nang ya tuh yang ini edit tuh pas apa edit tuh nang deh tuh pas apa yang bawa nih sila back nih sini mah back in action nang amas lari editing am lari edit tuh nung tiga pun ama ay ngi pun ama dah ya weh kan mayam tuh deh emang kalau apa di matam aduh nih aja deh matam tadi edit चे masih edit चे nih lain yang ber hazari चे mai yang nih tuh ai kan ut keo sih mas sniper ka bje ko soalnya tanggi oina gi ping gai di ur ga yet ki udur ba yet tane ba ring thai do uhan rejo ba ye ngo bak sum go adu do sum loi ma sniper ping ga ta ga tik ta ka pa jing do uhan loi bi yong ko mana adu am ta uhan dam neo ses edit chema gi am ta uhan dam neo chi de u de na nan chung da na ka pa jing do Wantamnya banyak yang kata kayak ya tuh wantamnya dah si wantamnya jangan as mana mau kok tinggal lagi sebentar kan tinggal lagi dia kok itu apa ini kan masih dia kantin editing nya pas apa yang panita karena ke montage yang sih montage pas apa karena yang sih guys इसका montage pas apa yang bukan tay kangen adu no pada kasi may tahu din aja kayak may tahu din karena montage yang sih montage editing pas apa yang sih kok best bgmi clip bgmi editing as tutorial nggak tahu yang tutorial edit tahu udah postawa bisa mental bisa main band masih edit sih jadi yang edit sih ini dia jadi yang edit macam jadi si jadi yang edit sih dia no lag ai nè fix thì kan kaya giờ bây giờ thì athena miss tao athena tao gì hay mà tao nó athena gì ya nè ai này bị chán đấy chứ athena gì vậy nè athena đó gì vậy gì đi ở athena gì chán đấy nolbu cái môi bani nolbu môi thì điểm cảm nào đấy gì ra môi bani của cái nó rồi của cái mà tao này hả dùng qua nolbuga kanakano mo kapna bani ne nolbuga siro si udara nolbuga osal kan sidi tidim ama kapna bani malai ne sesuatu kok kapna malai ne si ini nanti berapa lagi yang sih Tina yenge da bang si tro ai ni. Bro so thola e bro na yenge da bro gi ni. Pause pause. Shata na bani hey. Chom lum da ne. Mol bo. Moi ku thu da yengo ba. Ma ku thu da. Aro ek yu moi je ai yengo. Moi bullet speed che kya tau de ba. Moi ka. ai si ye kai noi khang de. Bullet speed che maru je pa pa le bullet speed che. Da pan mai da tau. Nol bu ni ne so na kan gi si de. Nol bu gi oi na. POV oi ni yeng ning e nol bu gi POV da. Peng này nol bu gi POV ga yon. Bas berarti pung mari kai mini tarang tengah deh. Ani je dia. Pilihan kaki ani moi mani je dia. Udah je. King of dia. Terus tu si jom ani jom. Jadi jom. Thế đam nếu mà chị moi mani cảm nào chứ? Nomi kan nol buga. Rồi Nomi kan nol buga ba. Yung ko ani je moi mani ku cảm nào yung ko.
55 kills in group stages. On the other hand,
Moi mani ku cảm nào yung ko.
the teammate of DK Usal, one of the fastest player on the
PMGC की नहीं वो कौन भी काम नहीं है.
बेस्ट ऑफ 3 होगा भाई देखते हैं.
वो काम नहीं है. Practice लगा aji से वो बने. Your account cái đó cái अभी है. Yung ko ani je. Moi mani ku cảm nào je. Tournament ने वो सुधी की ने दम ने वो. Jadi ketika dia काम ना उधर ये क्यों ada yung siang.
Two big players.
Double sound talk pun tahu. Double sound talk lah. Talk deh. Mai masak और मार. Masak game.
फ्री फायर में आ गया. दोनों का POV दिखाया.
Anima के POV नहीं होगा. Anima के POV नहीं. नोलबू से तो हम पुसक सन्नी बा. ताऊ दे बिना हम पुसक सन बने हो.
नोलबू की मूवमेंट बहुत अच्छी है यार. नोलबू लो HP.
उस जरा पुसक तक सन्नी हो.
कवर से निकला एंड हियर वी गो.
पुससे तुम तक सन्नी में लुम ले जो. जरा पुसक सन्नी हो को. मां कमाई का बगा नहीं हो. जरा पकड़ को.
कर दिया गया एट अ टाइम. स्पिरिट बंदा होल्ड कर रहा है. Oh no, दोनों 1 HP. Oh भाई.
ताऊ नारा कुछ आने तुम काफसल लो.
ओके ये अच्छी बात है कोई भी कैंप करके नहीं खेल रहा.
Ani में हम शतर ना भी नहीं.
Oh nice.
इसको तू दो इसके.
रिलोड. नोमी का रिलोड जिसका पनिश किया जाएगा.
पिक तो गया जान.
TDM ब्रो. UMP कोई भी क्लोज गार्ड हो. Oh भाई नाइस भाई.
Team spirit check kan lagi no kangra na hawai kangaura. Team spirit check. Hujiki pick to oina gi nol bugi. Oina dai ne bas mai tar oina pick to do. Kutu do.
भाई लेफ्ट पीक्स देखो.
Kasal la sa. Team spirit check kan lagi no kangra. Kangra.
मैं कह रहा था भाई one of the best fastest player भाई.
Oina ni ba. Mai oina ni ti ling wa ni.
इसकी लेफ्ट पीक अच्छी है भाई. मूवमेंट देखो सिर्फ लड़के मूवमेंट देखो. अरे यार इस बार नोमी मार गया. वो लेफ्ट पीक ये राइट पीक तभी TDM प्रॉपर.
Left से 3% सारा हुआ. नॉल बुझे.
भाई बिल्कुल बॉडी एक्सपोज नहीं करना चाह रहा. नोलबू की
नहीं मां.
राइट पीक्स देखो यार ये टू मच. बहुत ज्यादा ग्राइंड.
Team spirit check view do kangra na hawai ya. Na hawai ki view do kangra guys.
ये देखो. नोलबू यार.
Sulum na dam ne ba. Aro jara jara se mang chetan na bin dai.
घुस के मार रहा है. 11-6 वन साइडेड मैच कर रहा है ब्रो. मेरे को समझ ही नहीं आ रही भाई हो क्या रहा है. असल में वो बहुत फास्ट खेल रहा है. अगर नोलबू को देखो ना भाई ये देखो नोलबू खेल बहुत फास्ट रहा है. नोमी को समझ ही नहीं आ रही मैं क्या करूं इसको कैसे टैकल करूं.
Leave से तुम chetan ni ba anta.
मारना TDM में से.
Leave से ro idai kan kana tahu ini. Kan yang leave से. Ana
नाइस भाई.
ayuan.
नोमी भी भाई घुस कर मारने की ट्राई. कोई कैंप नहीं किया जा रहा. नाइस क्या ओ 8-13 स्लो कम बैक कर रहा है नोमी ओके ओ ये अच्छा था यार नोमी का पीओवी भाई लेफ्ट साइड पर तुम लोग को शो हो रहा होगा राइट साइड पर नोलबू का दोनों को डैमेज गिवन ओ यार नो ओ व्हाट
बस कब चल जब लई को वेरा ने
ओके हेलमेट उठा लिया भाई साहब 3 लेवल हेलमेट नोमी ने उठा लिया ओके डैमेज दिया आई थिंक सो वेस्ट भी उठाई है कि नहीं ये मुझे नहीं पता बट नहीं भाई नोलबू बी लाइक तुम बेशक हेलमेट उठा लो नोलबू को देखकर खेलना पड़ेगा नोलबू को अब देखकर खेलना पड़ेगा बहुत ओवर हो रहा है ओपन आ रहा है बहुत ओपन आ रहा है कॉन्फिडेंस देखो नोलबू का कॉन्फिडेंस देखो भाई नोमी को पता ही नहीं चल रहा भाई क्या अरे नाइस जंप शॉट एंड अगेन प्रोन
टूर्नामेंट का मान दे वो ये सुम खुद का सगालन भाई कब ना होगा मान लिया
अच्छा हेलमेट वेस्ट आई थिंक सो उठा सकते हैं अलाउ है हेलमेट वेस्ट बहुत ओवर एग्रेस कर रहा है एंड नाउ
खुद सगालना वही कब ना मान लिया मैं बानी
कवर में रह रहा है बट स्टिल पुशिंग एंड ये मिस्टेक नोलबू को बहुत बड़ा पनिश कर सकती है भाई एंड हियर वी गो 16 भाई
हो तो क्या हुआ लेके मैं क्या नो दो वो
बेस्ट ऑफ 3 है भाई
हो रहा क्या हुआ लेके मैं का बोल का करे लोए करे हो तो ले मैं का करे प्री क्वार्टर फाइनल PMGC का नाम है ये Who am I ना
Congratulations once again. Thank you so much. You can now return to your seats. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
हो दो रे
It is time for the fan favorite award. This award goes
Fan
to
favorite
the
award
loudest cheers from the audience during their team entry.
ไม่มา
It's decibels.
และแน่นอนว่ารางวัลต่อไปนะคะเป็นแฟน
ก็อีโน่
Award ค่ะว่าทีม
Thailand normal Thailand มาโดน
ได้รับเสียงเชียร์จากแฟนๆกึกก้องมากที่สุดนั่นเอง
That's right. And the number of decibels was 104.9. And the fan favorite award is Team Bomb.
ทีมบอมค่ะ 104.9 เดซิเบล
เอ้ย
Down. Come on.
กุซุงปิโยงอ่ะมันสิดิ
เลยค่ะ
อ่ะ
Come on, Team Bomb.
ทีมบอมมาเลย
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Ria,
Don't have any hands.
Ria nó mày cái nó
Nice.
serial cái ngang của tôi đấy.
Here we go.
Hèn đê, sắc sinh đồ cái gì đi.
Well, we're gonna do
Không dân piếu mày làm gì ấy.
this, of course. Yeah, okay. Stay right here. This is PUBG Mobile merchandise for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy. We're gonna move into the center and we're gonna invite G1N3 onto the stage.
G1N3 ขอเสียงดัง
구수하고 이제 뭐 신가에. 플레이어싱 들로이 팡 그래. 하고 도래도는. 예, 쿡 모자 오버톨레. 그러가 프리저티션 일러 돌록과.
Congratulations, G1N3.
잉이라 사리 이렇게 한다 됐다 이제.
Efforts. Now, you've just won the fan favorite award. Congratulations. You got the loudest cheers. How does it feel to have the support of all the fans here for you guys tonight? And how
나도 BMWC라 PMGC라 아마
it's kind of
कोई की बने पाकिस्तान ना होस्ट कंट्री हो तो दाव कहाँ है BMWCरा PMGCरा मोई के कोई की बने पाकिस्तान ना होस्ट कंट्री हो नहीं ना लाखों का बनेทั้ง디 PMGC 디 마탕 자이기 2023 디 PMGC 디 브라질 라게 너 하이다네
you are very welcome. Give it up one more time for Team Bob. Everybody.
PUBG 로 나더라가 굽는 비용 갖다 이제 만에
ให้น้องๆเนี่ยได้
뭐이 PUBG 시니어 다이렉터 제임스 왕 거고나 지금 뭐 세리머니 하이기면도 브라질에 그 하이다네 마찬 2036 기 PMGC 기 PMWC 기 康디
ในการแข่งขัน PMGC 2025
브로스핀 기팀 한번도 오그라 브로스핀 기팀 한번도 오그라 康디 팀 한번 어디 까이다노 타일랜드 얼마네 타일랜드 기미네 สวัสดีครับครับขอแรก
Best of luck to all of our teams as well. Thank you so much. Let's take a quick photo on the stage. Look at that right here.
Spin gi team phamadu kara kai phangge udi spin gi team di
Thank you so much to Team Bob and to Team
oh
G.
ai exhaust am thar
For Bus.
ขอเสียงดังๆอีกครั้งหนึ่งค่ะ ขอบคุณด้วยนะคะน้องๆบัสนะคะ
wait guys main exhaust thar ba kai or aba kai exhaust tharam ne mapani mai tharam ni wait
Infinix for taking first place in the show match and earning that chicken dinner.
เอาละค่ะ และตอนนี้นะคะ ขอเสียงดังๆให้กับทีมที่คว้าอันดับหนึ่งของการแข่งขันชิงแมตช์และได้รางวัล Chicken Dinner Victory Squad ในวันนี้ด้วยค่ะ
Team Infinix, come on down.
ขอเสียงปรบมือดังๆให้ Infinix ค่ะ
zpa kai no mayam sa ji army sina kai te no Sikandar Nawasa na army ja
Congratulations, guys. This is kind of awkward, isn't it? Because Team Infinix, we're going to get your prize to come up on stage now. And your prize...
content creator
Infinix GT30 Pros. Generously provided by you guys. By Infinix, of course. Let's get these prizes down onto the stage so we can give them to you guys.
And now may I invite Kunli once again on the stage to present their award to the
Hey!
winning team.
kana na traji ya mani ga kai ini tombi gi masan ba da dro
We would now like to bring on Kenlu back
na traji ba mani ga kai ini tombi gi masan pa to ma do kama bgmi gi kano sal le ju an dai no chi gi team se PUBG sana ba mandra da mai bro Zyrex ki dein se o Zyrex ki be da kai ba team do gi
Congratulations.
mani ga last pa mi do okay okay
It's a great sport. You did so well and
ini
congratulations.
ke thabi gi masano pa pato mo do ne o ini ke thabi ya oh
เป็นโทรศัพท์
mane ini tombi gi sa tomba porza ko ko ni ma cái nào yam bang mane o porza ko ko ne
So much. One more time. Let's take a photo really quick.
porza ha asa
Let's take a photo with these
mathang theng ne ga di ko ke porza
guys can dip off the stage. 3, 2, 1.
mathang theng ne ga di ko ke porza
Thank you so much to everyone for competing. What a phenomenal show match. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
porza
It's now time to shift our focus, everybody, back to the grand finals as we dive back into day 2 of our competition. Getting
ko
ready for
khumak tra di
discovering who will be
ani ra ko ro no to mi na do lo asa
champion.
ko ti ko wa khumak ta di ani ra han na ko ta bi han lo wa
เดี๋ยวเราจะมาดูว่าใครเนี่ยที่จะได้เป็นแชมป์ของ PMGC นี้ค่ะ
hmm
So without further ado, let's get into the 2025 PUBG Mobile Global Championship Grand Finals Day 2.
เข้าสู่การแข่งขันวันที่สองเลยค่ะ
somebody can hold on cái channel là thay nó chỉ boy PUBG Mobile channel boy ye có spin leader rồi okay bora sao hay si pakora ki mayam ba do ni adu do ne pakora ki mayam ba do chum dai ne tun nan na yang nang ganu adum nang thok ba la ka da ba bona sane se tu ki yo do ba phone ne mai ta dro ji adu ne on ta hai ne ji to ba ki yo do phone de mo ha tok ne ji mana Infinix GT je Infinix GT30 je lupa lising kun mga yo bro mo Infinix GT je Infinix GT30 price kya pigi ang si ko watinga nga Infinix GT30 Pro price Pro din siya 11 kayo $11 ago card na to sure dero Xiaomi go chale Lising 24 lupa lising kun mga khak pi kun nga yau ti si lupa wal he Again GT20 Pro do yau da ne rang sana ne GT20 da GT30 ro GT20 ro GT30 ro moi sana ji bo GT30 na tro GT30 da ye GT30 ni thai GT30 ro GT20 ro lupa lising kun mga yau di 30 ro ju second da lo de kya oyam di khalo da nai BGMI 120 FPS phang ngai ne 256 GB 24 GB RAM es khatau to re ne do de es hey 144 display 5500 mAh battery lising kon mga bi na kya pha doi no mini ni umni le ga kanong to gre sap te to Manipur 24 da phang bane fa sai khani le ga sap khani do chai tha hu mari surak ko da ngarang refuse ngarang MVP tai dai ne sai de second end da yola ni ngai ra ya tu second end one loan lo ge ya de ro ra ngarang refuse na MVP tai dai ne ado mina hai ba di suk te hai bu ai di Android no kyang kuin no khang du iOS book sak pa ga ni sekarang refuse na MVP ta ki ba pasai ne sekarang irengal gi moi match to ati na sana gi wan question la sana gi wa
Crazy numbers, and you're going to get a lot of those numbers in Rondo. First match of the day. And remember, guys, for you guys that haven't checked on it, the MVP race, the winner of the MVP here for the finals gets a brand spanking new Porsche Cayenne. So that is what these teams are hunting for. These players are.
iOS sana ba Android nungai roi iOS amuk ta bu sana dri ba mina Android yam nungai ni wa du ne ji 24 du da cooler ama so hap ne ai ji fa sai open oi ba fil du bu yung ga sa mane moina ngarang hold tawri do AP ja du ne ji aspa sau thi na open moina hold to angle je moi angle ji yam tu na khal le ba moi khan mai chang ji yam thoi adi ne son kapna gre si kapna gre ga de asi jaga je angle ani loksal le zone tarak da jaga tarak son side tarak to male angle je ani loksal le ba kitang changsal laga ma kitang maning wai da ma ada kitang side da ma da kitang changsal la mai da yam san ne moi kitang changsal le da na do zone nap pau na nap sal ga de moi na zone chang bagi mathang zone chang bagi po to yam khal le dai ne adogi BGMI GB do install lo da phone support rai le du ne BGMI khatang da 30GB 40GB loction garni processor yamadi koi na satta bani processor yamadi ba noi team dudi pura MVP player nga tane lo re moi team dudi pura bera ni Android ta 8 Elite yo budi koi na sapti hai haje wani da khani le ga dum chapakani ya iOS pok chapaka ida Android ti thara kanna sara ga so moi iOS moi operating system do ya de full develop to na te ba kai no da moi ne Qualcomm processor Snapdragon MediaTek processor makhan lai na ayam Qualcomm nga ta ne ba si processor me am je Qualcomm je moi Android sar ko gi Qualcomm je processor gi Qualcomm je moi masa gi keno na te ba kai ha ta re masa gi processor kano system na te ba khangra masagi software na te ba Qualcomm gi mai kano se Qualcomm na tonga na company im lai ba adu dagi moina lai raga moina atugi poche tharaga lai raga moina semaga moina install to bune masagi iOS di masagi ne ba operating system do moi ge operating system Qualcomm na hoi Android si na Qualcomm si na be MediaTek si na be ani si na ni na Snapdragon kan kan season na do moi masagi am tanat tiyo ado gini da moi Android na kuin jate ai song idea ni Samsung Z2 mu nungai ba leite BGMI di fa sai tarakpada tarakpada event loibada spawn torapado aigidi Redmi Note 7 Pro sisu nungairi adum mai bisa sanarga laire si nupa umse kai nungoina tawri dubo lai devi sana basi nungairi ani jong thole hodore ani je thola di hodrom ni ko asiani se commentary ne ba asiani se commentary ne thola di hodrom asiani se thola di commentary ne
I got the blue one. I got the blue one. I got the blue one. Okay, you go to the map. You can go to the map now. You go to the map.
eh
Oh, I got the gold one. Whoa, I got the gold one. I got the joyful. That's actually cool.
commentary ne ba ani je thola di hodrom ni game e hodrom
One of the ones.
e hodrom e
One of the ones. It is. It's on the side of the box. It's on the side of the box. I was showing that to Jukes. The fire.
asigi kano je dami je man lai ba yai
It's gonna hold hands. It's gonna make friends.
asi dami je man lai ba yai
Oh no, that's not gonna work. Is it?
iPhone 11 na hena nungai da Mario je 11 sana ni chapai dai lai do
All right.
even
Well,
even da da
joyful here.
yumam to to ta ai pura ai tu ne ai je
With my
aba masa pa ba gi konjel se taw masi
the clam.
masa gi ga sanam ra ye ngoi
It's the clam.
tu ne ai je
What? You know what?
Samsung je tu na yai kre
I didn't choose it.
phone yam zil tong na bane tournament da sanhali se mane sel song nam ni sel
Number one. Absolutely. So that's kind of cool.
let's go Regnum
No, one.
Karia
Either way. We
Hodore.
do a quick video while
kendo ang sai ko yeng Infinix ka si Infinix ko kenan ro
we only have a couple seconds.
Infinix Hot 60 Pro ai ro mo sina
Oh, I was just kidding. It was a joke. Couple more seconds. That was a joke. Were you staying on us for a little bit?
Mhm.
This guy's kind of scary. But it's gonna. We're video now. Video now. Watch this.
What's up, everybody? I'm the 7GG, joined with Max and joined by Reefus from APG. Reefus, I'm going to be starting off. We've seen you guys go from gauntlet to groups, and the main focus
kasi kano do na tro
the team
mang kay bang sai no pa do
playing together.
ise sakitong bigim sar pa do maming do kay ba maming kanu hai dai ka ogre re biso do phangja lo mo si gi sana ko che karma da ne sponsor amdana phone yo le bai de ai ma si de bora jaw ni na ja bora jaw thole bora jaw Kaino pwede big box of salaba na kalor diyan sana bagi bro gamer sing da mo na phone pi mane phone pi mo lo phone pi no sige asik Infinix lo pi sila kano ne sakigi no masa no pa hando ano kano mapanda game sana bagi kana chaki na to do ama je na ine sakitong bigi masa no pa atom do wala jaw do Singse mai dei do khangbra aji bora jaw ji khangbra singse mai dei do
Well, I definitely love those changes. We've seen Doc play more of a supported role. The timing has been there too, Max. I mean, this squad has been playing perfect. They're currently in second place. Do you have a question for them?
I mean, they're looking really good here, Seven, but I have a focus mainly on
eh
Reefus here this
mana
time.
kana thai jo ne 2020 Nova na thai jo 2021 jo lo ida ne Nova na
Has been clearly the
Nova ali eh chai ku ding ki thai moi ming tha tham ba ne
describe
yai ne
Reefus, your role
ine sakigi masa no pa do ne mane tadu do nakana tha tham mi jo ne Nova 2020 da Nova na lo gi 21 jo Nova na lo gi to ne ko Bro iPhone 13 Plus đây là kan da sana mi ne se account gaming salai pari leader aso bang ak tane letter aso ngak tane okay san ma ai se ai maning hanto lakke akoi ma lai gi olen midang ano ai se meaning hanto rakke o meaning hanto rakke ha ba ako ma lai gi olen midang pa ba la o sine ja o asa mai je sikse mai kem san gi mayam gi masado ne oh asa oh masan pa atom bodro asa top 3 prediction ai yo na di APG A7 ga
Hey, absolutely.
dk ga lai re
This is where you set that.
top 3 prediction lo
It is where
top 3 je go ji bo gi da ha ngam A7 jo phajana sanari dx ke jo dx
you need to lock in.
dx hai bro man te
Seven real quick.
dx
I'm Maxman right now. Whoa.
dx lo top ta lei do ngarang top ta lei do DX lo DX su phazan sanari bani DRX lo top ta lei do lairik toina parabani na masaje phare ako oi thembung ko ama lei sai sam ta ne thembung ga sai sam ta lo asa asa
What's up, everybody? I'm the 7WG, joined by Maxman. We have DRX, QX.
DRX
So many Z's. Max, do you have a question for them? Oh, yeah. I mean, right now, DRX, one of the most consistent teams in the world.
Sina kanai masan pano khang guys ai am ta khang de ai si ka kaw re bro ge top 3 hero handa ki PMGC ge handa ki PMGC ge top 3 je DRX sandara kani tor kani moi place point top ta lai ni na consistency yam tap na sandara ni muji top mothak ta le ho sing je tam tam na top 1 to 3 lai sing je yam tap tap na fight lawra ro fight je de chen le sandara ni moi ayo na DRX dum top 3 manung lai ni last day bo ai khan ma da APG dum lai ni APG top 3 manung lai ni amadi atai di khang de top 3 lai ji ai khan ma da keno se la ka do ma kai ga A7 ju ka khala ka do ma A7 ju ka kan khan le khan ado yan da de D7 na tro ma ne DRX 5C lôi vào camgu lôi vào camgu ngoài làm đi nơi đây cái thêm mùng đòi rồi xin 우리 번 비세 아khoy mà cái mà nó pin này ô xin mà nó pin đó mà mình cây cầu kề ai thèn này đi 아khoy cầu kề vào thằng đó after 이거 도시 야번에 야번에 가자번 Dingo Xavier tu ni grand finale ka po hai ga conquer post to ise mane DX lo DX to uji pra last la yo moi do adu moi na inkhalak ko do kitang wani last gi ma to ni ko ko second day di kitang di wani to di tor kani ai support ai DX ka no ne ba APG ga ne ba ai support di DX ka APG ga ne ba ado we Priyanka goti mayung ko osa
Let's be honest. I think for D+, some kind of a change is happening. Also, day one.
DK have a DK. DX DK have a DK have. DX DK cái gì tự nào?
Just unfortunately, they weren't able to get a lot of.
DK.
They definitely need more. At the end of the day, they were able to get themselves a chicken.
Kami je karantan re ya jadi. Harbit lag le. Harbit 지금 뭐 그렇게 이거네 랑 뭐. 지금 뭐 competitive ka po kot pa kar kar yeo ne habit nang yak re ti competitive ka pa kot pa khara yeng da na hai na ba ai dum yeng ga jin lo na dum yeng osa nai hemale pean ko de ngan si ma tak ji pusan na roi si ko topic change like năm đầu nó pi phẳng nó 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 sẽ đi play yang bagi data ra nó thế ta để hồi nãy cái sản này ông ta đấy match ama đi yang cái sản game sản đó su comment đi nó sung ngang nó sẽ sự cái để đó lại yang nha và khi ngang nó Kam kai de ato ba mi involto mane mi ato pagi de involto jiko mi ato involto ji case lai ko kot ka jana ni noi akhoi phang lai de he ji kai do no pi thi o ho phang ya ro no asa no pi be ga te ne lai nam di se ma ko no pi thi ma tra lai nam di se to big ses tau je washroom gi oi na tau si kai ai nó bị tiếp Priyanka cái đi cây nó cái gì giờ nó cắt ra đi cơ để video trên
And we can help people open their PUBG Mobile apps.
From a really
I'll be like,
annoying.
hey, open.
Dil ka dariya,
It's like the new.
dili kya.
There we go.
Support por ke, sidi support sari, enggak support ke guys, support luxan dah ini. Kita lagi yang ke support.
Oh, couldn't keep it going.
You're entertaining us.
I know.
It's my turn.
Yeah. Oh, can you juggle?
No. I can try though.
Oh, you can juggle. You juggled. Oh no, it's 90 Globe and over prison. They fell off.
I'm telling you, the level 3 helmet is hard.
Oh, did you just get clogged?
That bonked me round the head. So I have a concussion now. So the casting made me lackluster.
Hey, you know what?
But yeah, I gave it a go. I got a good 2 loops in. It was not 1.5. All right, it counted as 2. We're gonna round that up. All right, I'm calling that a win. In my books.
Well,
that was it. That was
it. More than
that was a DX Xavier. But rounding it up.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just round up.
Just round it up.
Just keep rounding up. You get more and more points as time goes on.
I think one team that they highlighted as well was APG. I think yesterday they definitely played.
I'm just worried about
much more together. Anyway, what? These things are distracting.
They really are.
But yes.
I think they made. People the shoot yareda. Angang amadi like cray. Mo bang mo yeng tari.
And they played to a T again here. But I think the main thing.
Epis. Ah, tabi adre live share. Now give ball copy do.
The APG has a.
Why who tie ko
and I think as a team who is so renowned, right, as an aggressive team, it's great to see squads.
Bianca ko de. Pia hai bani asa. Angelica, game tao rồi game tao ní, có ngạc tung này game tao này dịch tiếng Hàn Quốc. Ngạc có gì game ngạc yên.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can't just come in as a bully squad playing in a small pond as a big fish. You're in an ocean.
Thay này vì đó, bài thay đi, can cái phải cái view ở cái mà tầm đó, đúng mà, ngoài mà tầm đó hay là rồi. Anh không bán rồi, mấy đàn đó.
They are in blue.
It has been a bit of a feud between
Game no.
D+ and RedChilD.
Em đúng ai santi de santi giúp phăng nghe santi de game giúp, santi giúp phăng nghe santi de game giúp phăng nghe. Anh không cái gì. Anh game này ta đâu mà phone bay phăng thì, cái gì vậy? Cái gì game này ta đâu giúp phone bay khai làm như này, cái ta nào. Element ngarang chia là bao nhiêu gì? Không mà làm ta bảo bì gì vậy, phải không? Ông cái này lockdown số, đây này internet số này này, game là đâu có limit số, này thì, ta ở chỗ này gì? Limit cái này ta bây giờ anh sang nào game gì? Anh đi mà tầm độ, ở đây cái lockdown mà tầm độ, anh thằng cũng sẽ tiền của. Lockdown này vậy. Numit ama cái sana ama khatan chakala amne game sana na wala. Numit ama cái sana am tang. Ông đây nó cong mi yang je loi bi ne. Numit ama khatan sana ama. Khallo la. Alu jo nung ni tang na te ha ba chakala do tha mari manga taruk ni. Numit ama khatan sana ama do ne. Ai tai sana ni game je tong sana atai matam na sa po che. Ai thì atu matam da di tum ma sane so mai na phang na tum me na. Phang da pra lu na tum me na do so mai ta tham ma sane. Tum mai na kan je. Na kan ji da cha po che mai am tham me na cha choi pa me am je. Ang ka chip cái mai am tham me na. Cha po che cha cha la ni na cha shuan lam da bin ne kham. Ai nung mình sao sao yang chụp căng chơi làm này nung mình sao làm sao vậy đúng không nó đi nghe
You know what? Speaking of 6,
I do.
Crazy. A crazy stat, right? Actually, I was looking at Reggie's card, right?
Ki mo isa ita na kalor.
6 placement points so far in day 1.
Ayuki dagi di ang sanani pung mga sa hugalan ni ko. Mari mga hugalaga sanani game ni ko. Adu ay nagahot inate. Sana jena phone tor ko din. Adu matamdudadi loy free lane naram ni ko. Ay hawdore. Pung mari sa game sana one pung sile le tabi pung ama ni sa sana ni ko. An pung ama ni sa de gi sak thong ni ko. Sak thong ani sa ni pung mari mga sa de mo ho ni ahing gi pung bar makai ama ni da pung sana ni. Ade ung tum ni do pung tari ni pan sa hogalan ni do pung sana ni. As loy bani. Loy bani ha. Game đó buồn mà nó buồn chắc đấy thì phải đi đi tôi khen live tôi thì em rồi à sao hầu đấy tay nó mới năm thì không xử lý cái gì nữa mà mới hết tàu ra để ủ lên mình đi à oh no.
Considered the middle pack? I'm gonna ask you guys, and then if you guys say yes, then I'll continue.
Mang đem vô ủ với chuyện đi ai đấy.
Is that considered a middle squad?
Vì đấy anh đó bro, bởi vì Victor đi cái nó tàu gì rồi. Cái thằng đó cũng này. Victor đó. Có phải nói bên nào lấy? Ai cả lấy thì. Hầu đây.
Did their thing, and their thing was able to be aggressive in Gauntlet, and they continue on that aggression. I was able to talk to Star, and he said even though they are not in the top 3, they are very happy with their performance. They're very happy with what they were able to do, considering that the zone was not in their favor. And for this squad, it was massive to continue on the trend that we saw out of them from the Gauntlet in being aggressive, getting those eliminations, and the main factor, Max, is not being scared of taking fights.
I mean, Namori was not scared of taking those fights. He loves getting in those engagements. But you know what? A team that's a little bit lower, by a little bit lower, significantly lower. Alter Ego, except for that first Durangle, they barely made it through the early stages here, Hot Troops. I want to see them try and make it out of that one. I wanted to see them making these top 5 scenarios. Alter Ego, Indonesia, let's
Hầu đây.
Let's go, baby! Match number 1, we're headed to
Hầu đây.
Get it started.
Hai nó RP100 tao mấy tao chỉ có tiểu cả chị. Hai này RP100 tao phải giờ kia nó phải ham một blue color cái hai nó tôi có đó. À tôi mà tao hay. Cái game nó mới sang tới PUBG này. Kita tambah lagi. Sky ni ai hate dia dah benar. Benda dah. Bro, IPC tournament tinggi sekali gino. IPC tournament tinggi je view. Kita सब थोड़ा ऊ बगी. Phone dari semai ऊ देने बा. Sampai siapa bukan dah macam kita थोड़ा ऊ है बा. IPC tadi थोड़ा tak kaya ऊ देने. Macam nama view kita hidup na tak kaya. View saya kita hidup na ऊ bodoh. Itu tu gi. Fair way deh singai.
Let's hope for stability.
Lin su ya IPTS Lin ada Lin bu Lin ula su Lin na chika si ba myam.
That's a very lucky scoreline for him. So hopefully that look can come back into effect right here, right now.
Squad kèm có người squad tara taru.
Candidate there for Regnum Kaya in my opinion, considering that I think a lot of the work comes
Ari ji ju tau ni ko.
Wild's usually that guy that holds down the fort for the team, right? He holds the anchor.
Come hầu đây.
But Wild here, absolutely going crazy.
A7.
BV3 in Heme Town on the northeast side, Alpha 7 and E Arena. Revel through the door, not for the window, sorry, not quite able to connect, but
tàu nè.
run out coming on through.
Yeah, maybe A7 cần phải đánh nào.
Teams have sent an outpost recall position, and they're probably going to need to get on the road now. Alpha 7 move west.
Xuống bay.
Pan with their solo, and all the way down.
Aluan saya A7 offset.
For E Arena, the fight's still popping though.
Mà EA mà cần EA Tony ke này có Tony ke này có. Revo 7 xa đấy. Tony ke EANC2 hay. Thì miệt cái ngu gì miệt của sao chứ không APG 1 với 3 đọc thuộc kia tôi mới nói. Mấy mà. DRX may niko DRX si gyam tin tap sanarani ba fight lora roi moi fight kya lora roi last zone da wei lora ni
I think that they should
moi mamang thang ram ni ne
so far.
tamna tawrani ba
Very cool as well, considering we're getting PMGC for Pakistan.
mamang da lai ram ni na kedabagi puka kap na ra maning han han doi no
That MENA region, they've performed fantastically here. I think Amori is real devil in the mix at the moment. Maples though still giving it as good as it gets.
PUBG da bu lil yaw bro PUBG da su lin dai kai dagi as PUBG da di loi su da yaw sabon hui hang dong samu nu loi yaw yaw da wa ta lai te hore volume ka jino yar ba guys everything is set everything is good loi yar ba kamna bai ma kon kon adagi commentary ai gi voice na hena ho ba hai ba mjule ei mai ma perfect ya oh sa yare ba okay karane toxlei ama kananom sagre match flip sagre match flip lotion gre moi recall tau gre match top 5 ta lei ri bani pa dai game sound khar tape dinosaur bu yaw game sound khar tape game sound mai package
Saudi team, it definitely is a little bit of a struggle for them as well, considering down to getting one elimination off that. Looked like it was going fairly well.
Yeah, money though.
Yeah, I think teams are just waiting.
Oh, okay. Well, I've had some interesting news to change that.
Yeah, well. Okay,
this is a real match. We're not getting a restart. There's been too much
Center đã thả cái one.
It really does matter. All right, able to.
Sử dụng center có cái mi ju su tiền rồi, mày là footstep đã thả mà để mày. Footstep đã cáp mà để mày là pre-fire đâu. Tony kia xem BP cái Tony kia, mà mang cái MVP đâu. Zone 23 kilo 22 kilo MVP đâu. Tony K. Sao đi khắp Tony K, sao đi. ULM yêu này. ULM cái Scarface yêu này ULM. Song đó cáp sao lại. Tony K giờ khóc tên riêng rồi chứ đi. Tao nói tìm tao bắt tìm tao nói trong đó đấy không. 1v2 to thong ambra 1v2 nangada 1v2 nangada nangna shotgun ne na bai ani ni sang le 1v2 chin gi mo ongmai ga tha do an thangala chitori ngo do bazai 1v2 alu lang e dung Song đó là người đó đấy. Anh mà còn được tôi Tony K MVP ta bây giờ MVP giật ngày của bạn. Game xong thì em tập bè. Ai boss nên hậu rồi. Ai boss cái lấy đây rồi thì hậu ai boss em hậu giờ mà đi đây. Game sau thì cái tăng lấy thơ này nhầm không có bên ngoài tiền.
PUBG and PUBG Mobile all at the same time. Both monitors, if you got them. Do us a favor.
Anh voice cái tăng game sound em không có lấy đi ngoài tiền, lấy đâu này.
We're looking currently at around where our show match finished. Around on that.
Anh một bàn de DK ni ka bi DK ga kele. Cái nó lotion cái DK game.
There is still
DK cái ni gì cái.
It's just a question of now getting
this
central as DXavier are right now. The recall beacons are much more hotly contested and vigilantly guarded, right, by all the teams that have surrounded them. It's actually a lot harder to get on if you've gone center early. So losing a player like that might be DXavier busted down to 2, but I feel like at 2
DXG
commit to a recall, even if you have to go all the way down south.
Final cái này không final này ông ấy nổi riêng nó final không là anh tôi PMGC đã cắm đâu mà chú bùa là ông cà phê gì đi nè ông ấy nó final là ni mà gì gì không final tao cái đó tôi ông ấy final là đâu PMGC đã final đấy recall tao cái tao có gì đó mà cặp chân lui yuan đã đâm đó chỉ yuan đã quay ham một tìm nhiều này RD gì tôi phải lấy này với ông này mình mang thì hắn làm RD
because of that. That was their final player. Mid recall as well. very, very much a rough scenario for you there. Already,
Mi
you know,
team là còn in
staying 5
recall
elims though,
đó.
at least.
Recall là cái sang cái này nào anh?
Doom and gloom
Classic
for
em man
sure.
đó. Recall là cái sang cái này này.
Wolves here with 37 points on the league.
Conquer
I
Pusher
think Wolves
DX
did
ki
okay
ani
yesterday. I want to see
si
a
gre
little bit more
minus
of
la
them.
ni
Some of
ai.
the holds were
Ani do minus la ni.
less impressive.
Ani do minus la ni.
I think that for Scarface, who is
Ani hindi leho ni.
experienced
Mo ba ni
player,
ngasi mo ba ni na hani yok sim
somewhat
gitu mal.
frustrating watching him miss some of these DP shots, or just not even take the DP shots at all. I want to see Scarface flexing out a little bit more on these off angles. Just because you're a PMGC doesn't mean you have to stop playing to your strengths, even though they are a little bit dangerous at times.
DK DRX Korea ni.
Said for Vampire,
APG Mongolia.
previously Schweppes.
Eh, thục gì vậy nè? DRX thục gì ngon, tiếng ngon eh mày mà. Eh, shit rồi.
With the roll up, sorry, that's Moana coming on through.
Ây mà, ý em mà ra cái DRX em mà xì rồi. Grenade thật là sai. Vâng, thôi. Recall tàu itu malah kok. Mau DX kita, DX kita am tanggal lima sih. Oh, di Google Form dan malah.
In the corner, look at a play solo on this, as I'm imagining the other player from DX Xavier has sent away from it, trying to go for one of those recalls.
DRX recall lah, satu malah.
Playing on the inside,
Sidora.
3 players from Alter Ego bearing down upon him. Looks for the shots. Rosemary baited by a teammate. No, don't want to shoot that guy. Step on in instead. Rosemary, nice.
Rosemary ni.
DRX down to 1 player.
Iya bener.
Just embed all the bullets in the wall. And
Iya, kan nanti fasa apa dia itu. Ini sebenarnya fasa bel.
As that beacon holder.
MVP jadi port sama apa itu nih. Sport aduh MVP lagi bener.
Go down so early here on Rondo.
Nanti MVP juga kan top nota itu malah itu.
Down to just 2.
APG nggak saya kamera dari jauh bah. Mau di tak langsung nak kamera kan dia mau di top 3 position je secure tuh orang lagi bener nih. Itu lagi ingat lah wanya mau kamera kata je. Lepas tanah pasti suka kamera gue. Suka kan tapi dari jauh APG. Anda kan poin orang gue udah bilang jauh. DRX ni sih kira. Di kalau itu kira ni halam me. Ni sih kira ni halam me mau poin ni. Kalau kira DX kyo je. Ni sih kira ni lagi.
Does now need to be worried. Solo player, last for DRX, second place on the
tables.
They are looking to try and hold this one out.
Order qualify hold
They're rolling on up and looks like they're here to stay.
Order qualify hold
They already managed to get the recall, and DRX are now here to play as well.
DRX, if they're able to get a clean fire
Grenade
on this one, John, it means that
FL ni DRX ni FL DRX full squad.
limited supplies.
Recall je tu kira.
Difficult part of this, but if they're able to take down the players from Flash, oh my god.
DRX ni full kira DRX fight tahu lah ni. Asyik kalau sel tadi pointer sudah ni.
Top task, John.
Double barrel. Paling
Now around the corner, Kaixei needs to try and hold out win. Low
clipped.
The long angle here coming on through as well.
Paling
Another step out.
Tapi dia salam me.
14 Flash and DRX on the ropes here.
Alu tole. Amat kan lalu.
Brings them even on the no nearly connecting and getting a flush there is a nice little point improvement coming through for DRX.
Recall from dari kamera semua recall from dari kamera semua.
Him being able to take down the backline player really does.
FL game ni tengah ada DRX ni ani lagi DRX ni tu lebih tu ni.
DRX.
Iya orang dia ni FL dia DRX green je.
Destitute on the side of the South Korean team.
DRX ni point mari dah ber.
Fresh off that
Ini ya ni.
Feet just about back on ground. Terra Firma not as comfortable as it needs to be for them
right now.
Healing coming on through will be limited as well, but
Alu
is
bar.
giving it a good go here. He's got a lot more ammo than the rest of them. He is really the major danger right now. 14 players. Speaking of QX,
उसकी 1 HP तो no साधारण बंदा.
2 players to fight on in the smoke, covering the door here, but they might just try and charge it through.
1 HP तो साधारण बंदा DRX की तो ना.
With the smoke.
Simpang sih na.
DRX opening the door with the res is going through. Flash moves off it on the side. Both players.
APG 왜 장에 또 맞았다. 상을 lagi. Zone sangat keren
on the outside, Bose. With the challenge, maybe.
Boom bagai wan bang saya lari bagai. Hinjau memang central pada asli kota bre.
Done and dealt with. Could not find the recall.
Tak salah isi atau pas lama.
Where's that coming
Ya,
from?
recall iwan dah ni mga poin mga.
Team Flash going down.
Kerana apa? Diki DRX pointer pulau bre tu.
No, it's not.
Nah, sana lagi wan dah.
Flash all that comes down to is Hyunbin
nó tàu gì mà
back angle. With the 1v1 he takes, he's confident enough to go for
RV
it as
nó
well.
cũng lòng
And
thuốc
that
kre
really does
RV đi
push
cũng lòng thuốc RV lòng
DRX
thuốc quá
back into a better position. Really cool to see, honestly, for DRX. I think it was potentially one of the players from Mad Bulls. Taking shots over towards DRX there. DXAV did get themselves back up to 4 players total, but they're out in the lead right now, so it's a bit of a journey.
56 like that, top 1 position pa lagre, top 1 giga.
Slap bang in the center of the circle.
DX mi mari mahing gre recall tau gre.
PMGC
APG mi mo hatri, A7 gi mi mo hat gre.
A little bit more of a challenge for them.
They lost a player earlier. I believe it was to Alter Ego.
Tony K. MVP.
North side right now, but Alter Ego.
Tony K kailan masama Tony K.
Oh, they have 6 elims, which is a little bit better, I think is safe to say.
Tony K.
Elims, and they are pretty happy with that performance on the north side of the center of this circle.
VP.
I think they're chilling for a little
VP na to. Tony K VP kailan masama. Thailand na to. Hello masana. VP ye mà ra đấy, VP Givi nó ra đấy, VP lòng thô đấy. Team Tamilian ra đấy, team Tamilian. TT giao đấy. Recall tàu đấy. Cái phiền du lùi cái đấy. DK Levis, DX. Miệt kịch kim sắc xưởng. VP đâu có country cái team này, đó là Thailand này này, Asa Thailand này đấy. Sao đi khá cái lòng. Còn khá kẹp. Yêu đi. APG nó top nóc ra cái Rosemary nó top nóc thắt ra cái Rosemary nó top nóc thắt cái APG ama Rosemary sẽ cái nó kia orang này AE kia orang này AE cái nhiều người ta nghe APG cái mà nóc ra đi top nóc ra top cái cần cái lát nó nóc thắt ra bạn Rosemary na recall lagi bây giờ DK Norbu sang sẽ lấy ini APG na kanda nhưng mà zone này APG cái nó sẽ AE cái này cầm ra là position DK cái cầm ra rồi vậy APG cái AE cái này cầm ra là position Rosemary vậy cái
down on Regnum Kaya, the team to take that knock over towards DRX and leave them as one. But losing said, well, that's not really.
DK cái nào DX cái nào thi thâu cái lên nào thi Levis cái mà nào thi thâu cái lên.
You take him out of the mix.
Neti hay rồi mà lấy nào thi hay rồi.
You know, not Zedwolf. He's a lot of fun.
I think it's kind of strange for Regnum.
Nào thi hay mà rồi.
So much as a scout.
APG cái siêu du nóc sang cái Rosemary thắt ra cái, Amazon nóc thắt ra cái APG cái am sai. APG cái ni sang cái. DK na ni si cái APG cái ni si cái DK nên pusok sa lapon niya. Na iko sa kaya APG lôi cái. Kilang ka lor maga. No.
The full flush on the squad wipe to APG. They did it.
APG lôi cái.
They got a few more elims in their but it's just so back and forth with
DK si noksa DK si last man standing.
Vampire did manage to get a
DRX lôi cái ba. DX ti lay di ba. A7 si lay di ba. Met si lay di ba. Ay di ka na sa handal ko nga. A7 chicken sa sangga di mo in third lay ron. Kung kaya ang kene je. Kung tarong kene ba. A7 ba.
I think I'm mostly looking over towards Kara in the arena right
now.
Going to do next because they cut out by Eastern Road. And you've got Alter Ego to look out. Regnum Kaya probably challenging out for this position. Thunder Talk need to come through.
So I'm going to support our me who pulled out the support our
contact now.
Ying guy is a winner. La life is over there. Oh no. Squad who got there. PP can always have
wide swing. King trying to track them.
A7 pusok sa lego mo siya. O zone sa main.
Vampire to access around that more eastern side of the approach.
On
towards Alpha 7's position. They're putting them out, but they do cover those sidelines towards some of the rotation. K going bold on the peak, finding its way on through, just about to go off. Half a second, doesn't quite connect. The hop through is a little bit stronger there. And they entering the ground, but they're exchanging. Vampire have managed to skirt this one.
Some initial great shots over towards Skir as well, who is the main sightline over towards Vampire. So getting him fairly low did mean the rest of Vampire could move up. Now Red
Ay
Bull
na idro game se kainom to ne.
the rest of the
Yan
team.
ta da ne idro ai di.
But he's
Ta da
standing
ma te
very,
uri se.
very
Do ne ai
wide.
je.
Should be
Kainom ata ni
okay.
hawa.
But this is
Ah,
a
berani.
frustrating aspect of the match now for Alpha 7 because realistically you want to hold that angle. With Vampire getting up here, makes your life very, very difficult because you ever want to move from here, you want to try and take a
Kanana ka ni have ju his bawda ka khang da bi. Ma na ka ba ya bi chance lai ga khang da bi. Ama ekta. Mo ani hum la to ro halwa ha to ma saki bi. Position na make sure.
Not ideal. On that southwest side, Kara fighting off on the eastern edge. This is the teams that you were talking about, right? E-Arena and Kara with Undertalk moving
smoke na takela la di pa tre en nang jua.
first. Get
Stressing do ki smoke ma ba.
Sitting not going to be able to find that shot, find that spray down, and off angles are suppressing. Is that coming from DX Xavier? I think it might have been. And Kara get through with two.
Ki stressing do.
Getting an anchor down as well,
Smoke
right?
ma
They
ta
set
wa.
the post up. The rest of the team needs to repel over
Tony K nok sala le.
Alpha 7 though, looking over towards Vampire. Tony K already down.
Direct mission giwan Tony K je bo.
Takes an absolute
Oi,
whopper to the
BP
face there.
yaman nok sala. BP yaman nok sala BP ani hung ka tanga le. Ani ka tanga le.
Playing on us too. Both players from Alpha 7 not getting fully
Alogi
there.
lan.
Allows them to go for those heals, get those health bars nice and reset.
Asana kan da ULF na. Asana kan da ULF na kanina kana taw dai ngai.
Up here as well. And that
Third party log dai.
Like they want to close
Oh,
this one
no,
out, but
shit,
basically
great.
a bit more that they can chew. Grizao getting a little bit crazy with it, and maybe not the optimal moment to do so. Oh dear, that's not what you want to see. Alpha 7 losing one.
I mean, it looked kind of sick, you know. He stopped up short and then got out the vehicle and let the momentum
Alogi lan ta le.
over the top of Red Bull.
Oh.
Sadly, didn't quite pan out the way he'd like.
Oh,
But
sorry.
Alpha 7, that really does hurt them. And I think that if I was Carrillo, I'd
Sekali
be
ya
pretty
tan
upset
tan la
with
gusto.
Rizal right there. You just drop
Tum.
Carrillo finds another knock. Looks for the last.
Tanga le. Semano wan bitu to to klo ba si. Pode. Pode. Ai, kan ek tau ti.
Firepower there. Revo does go
BP loi gre.
but they couldn't look for this res.
DX lady ko.
Blue zone's moving in, but
DX
they've got a
lady
little
ko.
bit more time to play with.
Na lumag lady
super
ko mai.
interesting ending here with Kara able to get over towards a little hilltop. You've also got Alter Ego on the northeast side in a compound, Ulf down towards the
Team
southwest.
Tamilian,
Both fairly
TT
safe.
hai.
You've got Goat as well inside.
TT
So
Team Tamilian.
likely we're going to get towards an end game here with 4 teams at 4
Sana
players.
irengal no ani.
which
Eh,
is
ka din mo siya dali.
for some
Apa
Alpha
yung lai
squads.
chok ko matam ko pang
The
ugan.
thing is just getting lit up by Marcel here. This
Ah,
is the
karaan
revenge
tong mga tao
of
pa
the
rin.
shots that were taken earlier.
That is nasty news for Thunder Talk. They were trying.
Bitro alam eh, pwede.
themselves under
Para
control
kang
on the
may
south
kill
side,
6
but the move
elimination.
forward has been treacherous. Those emergency cover flares not quite giving them enough cover. They need a little bit more. And AJ now the last to stand.
No ba kita ni king ne titi king do fera boy boy gido ilemo oh
Alpha 7 trying to move
no ba
in as
gido.
well. They are right on the rim of this circle.
No ba fera boy kator mali mo ina retire to
Any
siya.
sort of cover that they can. It's really sparse, but that's going to make it a little
Fera
bit
boy
easier.
kator
Although out in the
Rosemary Jimmy tadare ine.
Alter Ego able to find those shots.
Iya.
I'd like to
Di
see
ba
that
panhala
with
mi
Alter
igang
Ego
uji.
and already at 9 elims, it's been a fantastic game for them.
Di ba
so
panhala
far.
na.
Yes,
Di ba-
I still think there's a bit of overconfidence coming through, which is crazy considering Alter Ego has multiple times over the course of PMGC got a little overconfident in their splits and were punished because
Di ba
of it.
panhala ba?
Rosemary though, doing it again.
it's going pretty well though. Managed to get that 10th elim. Kara holding their nerve as E-Arena trying to leave the angle. They're harried by Rosemary, slammed straight to the Kara hold, and it is not going well. Sakura trying to find a little slice of this circle under the tree, trying to hide beneath the shade here, but it is a little bit of a nerve-wracking spot. Nobody has to move just yet. Wait for
Rosemary
this circle.
saan sanay.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I think that when I look at Alter Ego, I think they're a team that
Say
loves to
kun
take these risks.
Rosemary
right?
say kun sila madara.
And I think they
Ay,
also
say kun
understand
sila
they're a
duman
team
do.
that can capitalize and profit off those risks quite a lot. They're not a team that takes a risk and gets 1 or 2 elims. Typically when that happens, they have these big games. So far, this is one of those games with 10 elims in the pocket at the moment. Pretty heavy on the jeans there, but let's see if they can start to break the seams with a couple more elims off the back of this end game.
There are threads that can be picked at in Alter Ego's gameplay.
May cover ko thali mali.
Unravel here on the approach.
Apa dah ya, Grenade Ross.
With a beautiful beautiful opener on the nade. Marcel already
First,
very
damage
low.
oi sai
Takes
không?
it on with the second to land as well. More
Khơi mấy em sáng nó lằng luôn mà tí.
Lewis is now very low, and Crypto
Damage
is
phục sao rồi tưởng
in. Alva has now been allowed to get up and close. Doesn't have any nades. Neither does Krypton. So
Lù là tao đây mới này xuống.
back on into the mix against Kara. But
Ê,
another
không có dùng đâu ra đây nè.
spray down connects with Marceau. CEO now trying to challenge. The off angles from E Arena could come.
Không chơi lên rồi chơi luôn rồi
Straight
chơi.
on over the top, trying to suplex them there, and Alpha has to follow it up. It's going
Ê.
well low. Has to back off the HP low. Alpha 7 chiming in.
Ây da.
Chance and Rosemary says go.
Ây da. Pass miền đều. CEO là cành người đấy. Vô India cái team số screams cáp đó, si PMG cái team, chính cái scream đó cáp đi cái đó, link cái tâm này. Mà này, hello đi. Số mấy team gì? Scream ba. Cáp à? Anh tôi cần team làm gì là cũng chân mà này đâu.
Is just these parallel worlds.
Well, số mấy chúng cáp cái gì? Mà cái này không? India.
There was a more consistent approach there, and I don't think we had to go for the Doctor Strange approach, honestly.
I mean, it felt like they were really low on utility there. They didn't have the nades really to back up that position anymore.
They had mollies. They had mollies, and that was
Tầm tầm
the
mà trong sẽ lấy.
start mollying.
Linh đấm sang linh đấm.
They had that opportunity. It was thrown to the wayside, but 10 elims on the match blank. It's still a good
Linh đấm sang nghe.
They'll still be able to earn points off it, but it could have been bigger. It could have been.
Linh chỉ được boom cái gì chỉ không thể yên.
At this point already. Going further.
Next room này bây giờ cái gì? Yo, mà đang room này.
Turn our eyes to the rest of the lobby. Right now on the
Mà đang room xí rồi đầu tiên này.
THANKG.
Next room xí rồi đó.
Doing pretty well on their position as well. They don't have any elims just yet, but that's just their MO. That's their modus.
Thế này. DX conquering anh ta lấy gì? Phải lâu rồi.
It was a tough start for them, though. So this wasn't just a gifted position on the map. I think they realized potentially they're underlooted. Right, they had to
khăng cái là mỹ lệ khăng cái mà là boom là cũng được.
So I'd love to see how much they've got on board. Finally, the angle is checked. THANKG.
Mà là boom smoke lần thôi, boom lần rồi.
Oh, but he gets the first. To get the second though. Kara have been a major profiteer of this circle. A nice knock threaded through there again from Alpha 7, who have managed to keep.
Ê, sao bên game liều đi nè.
Kind of impressive, if you ask me.
Ê, sao bên anh nè, anh cảm thấy chân ý.
In terms of their positioning, in terms of their approaches, but it's cleaned itself up a little bit. They are now together, but the next circle comes on through. Is it going to help them, or is it going to take them away?
Dickie chứ nè. Dùn cho tao đi mà nó Dickie chứ.
A DX Xavier are on the map, so of course, just put them in.
Dùn cho tao tay nó.
Saved by the zone. That's how it goes down.
Mà đau nữa. Garage không quay là top 16 đến đây với ông này. Garage mi tara hạt lên rồi này.
It is my boy Killer Joe.
Hey, he's got ammo.
Well, it's not a lot.
PMG cái shotgun guy.
PMG3 at least. It'll keep him going for the end game potentially. Mad Bulls making their way up on their western side. Both teams had to remove themselves from fairly consistent positions on the map. Mad Bulls has been through it this game.
Chỉ biết cam thì cả cả này mà. Cam thì nó sôi cả cái này.
A few separate fights where they've decided to disengage and get further into this one.
Cam thì nó sôi cả này.
This is a really solid place for DX Xavier right now. I mean, there's really not too many teams to worry about. Ulf, maybe a bit of a threat here. Alpha 7 though, going to help them on the buffer side. I think Kara probably is the major worry for DX.
Glass cũng tụi cái đi.
They've got crossfires on the approach.
Mấy mình nói đi mà mình.
Trying to make their way on up to join Mad Bulls on that ridgeline. Already an excavated divot there for them to line up on towards. They can play it low down.
Oh, grenade anh đi đừng anh đi ra qua này.
And an immediate double.
Yeah, thật sự là hot nhiều anh đó.
Is big with it and gets that flash.
Hot đi.
It does go down. Killer Joe is still in action, and remember, he's got the MG3.
Honestly, it used to be in the past that we talked about Paragin as this guy who was the paragon of.
But
for my money is on Lemon these days as that player. I think the nades from Lemon.
Last play over. DX ngọc play. DX chút thôi lắc treo.
Soulless at distance, which do cut them down to size.
And actually, Joe's still
alum lại.
And the knock can potentially be Regnum Kaya here. That is on their double position. They're playing 2 and 1 right now, so could get res depending on how fast teams are because it is time to roll out. Ulf moving.
Cần người ta.
Not put too much pressure on though. going to fold back south.
But
Let's see what they can get done down there.
In a horrendous spot.
DXC makhan tumma dong lai gre.
Much harder on that shift on the circle over towards the western side.
Keno is like kan giwan. Miet ki kam
shredded. Question is by who? DXAV could pick themselves up some nice points, but it has been Alpha 7 who's been sort of the
smoke Molly and smoke mga
so far, being able to pick up points here and there, and even if they haven't been picking up points, they have been causing problems.
Karai kan yo mitra ma thoi ma ala.
An issue in the fights that they've been engaged with in their spots. Kara, 11 elims though, Blank. This is
thara ka dra na usi gidio ne. Dan dang do ani. Ne thom chalai da.
Lemon landing the shots over towards Silence. That is the solo angle for Regnum Kaya. So unlikely to get res.
Bari se mai sak sang na dum thau pin in tau.
If they can get the nades on, maybe they try and confirm the Silas. Spray while connects onto Lemon, immediately go for the flush. And actually Tuka's down as well. Off angles chiming on in.
Ari si su hingi ne.
Silas is looking more and more resident. Health bar just not agreeing with me.
Diki ni lebam kon ku chal laga dum nai gre manung do laga cover se ma. Diki jang sari chu ka kara da wan de ne. Mi ma lai ri mi ko dan. Ni dang hi kel lo dang ai. DX is
the first place. I like the wrap they went for on the north side. It was one of the few options left. I think some teams won't even think about doing that. And DXAV is able to play Alpha 7 as they attempt to crawl up.
I mean, this is nuts. But this has happened again.
DK ne.
I think DXAV maybe
Kang la yuan smoke tire. Yuan da.
It could be the minimalistic approach.
Boy di point ka dum chicken lo lo. Chicken lo chana kang chana ga lo de. 3v2.
Alright, you get yourself a 13-point game.
Kang la cha do wa le. Chicken je ka cha do wa le si mo mo ida.
So you just create more and more of a buffer. It is
exactly. Di game no sa
that you're given by being towards the top of the line.
Mo aluin nong suran.
Ulf pulls out the M79, creates a small cloud of support there.
Login nong.
Trying to get the line up, Loxy.
Awang position mo ani mo position lai gre. Top 3 kill ma top 3 point ahum la mari da. Ahum la mari da. Point ahum. 4 point low ba.
See what Regnum Kai can do here.
Enemy kan as moy kap na han gre, moy kap na gre.
Question that they hit the 2v3. Wild has been
2v3 din kap na gre.
I'm very proud of the guy over the course of this tournament.
2v2 ni 3v2 2v2 3
Reposition the vehicle there. Tactfully.
Sorry guys thong lai di.
Yes,
ooh, a big nade comes through. Great, and me and Nino Zagre.
Nate steps up for two. A big pickup towards Ulf, and they're going to lose one of them. The question is who's getting these points. I think he's going to go for that flush, but Regnum Kaya now trying to rip across this high ground and take the center away. It's going to work out, and Scarface now trapped behind the vehicle. He's not even going to go for it. He's looking at the here. He's got the jammer pack on. Still trying to utilize those impactful plays. He steps out, he doesn't go for the vehicle, no! He goes for the shotgun, and Loxy can't find it! It's DXAV to rebuff his advances. He will be forced to go down here.
Last man 1v1. Last man 1v1. Last man 1v1.
PMGC looking to finish off the game strong at the start of the day. A great spray down, finds 70% of the HP, has to duck into a crater now. And it's PMGC behind the tree, looks to move up. He's not going to let him go for the heal.
Yeah! And it's going to be the joust to go run them through. And DXAV is denied. No pacifistic play here. The Wolves are
Pakun ni mapuai eh. Dino ida chicken dinner na. Mo injag pakun tham maning surprise.
For Ulf there, a pretty damn good game.
So gonna try you want to video ne.
The way they played it out, it was slow but steady.
Nicely done there. A lot of interesting dynamics unfolding during that match. Passive play not working out for DXAV the same as it did yesterday. But they still get hard. They will add, I believe, to their total tally. It nearly went incredibly well for Loxy there as well.
If he hadn't have got out the vehicle as early as he did, he would have been which might have been slightly different towards
next room đi tharo mathang room đi thara ria ko loidore ko mai đi thara ge ngam chang na ready le ro
Rondo here in day
rondo
number
lori
2.
irengal to
And
si
that is how you get it done. I'll tell you what. This
ID
squad
ra
they
ge ko
pulled out every trick in the book to win this one.
And the good trick at the end there for Scarface was the jam
Chile
attack,
ID.
allowing him to stay out
ID
of the
chile
fight
sin
just
chalo.
a little bit longer, pushing Regnum
The rest
out
of
of
the
the
guys
position
sin
to fight Geek Xavier, meaning he can survive down to a solo, even has time to go for the first aid here, 7, and take the 1v1 at the end. That was unexpected for me. Playing center though, early on was the right approach for the side of us.
ID chile sin chalo.
Certain so far this PMGC, especially in the grand finals, in Rondo.
We're gonna
We're getting those amazing hot drops. And DX somehow is gonna find themselves a way
ID ga ya dia
into
ya ni na ko
podium
me so
because
di
that
ne ho
team,
ya
oh my goodness, they
hawru
didn't
mayam
have
chang na bai
to
timing
move
do
a
de sam
single
ah
finger
ya
for up to 60 minutes, but oh, I mean,
bro next room the price level next room price like next room the price winner second dinner lupa kunsa
27 damage.
moskil le lupa
For Ulf,
kun
not just Scarface, like Scarface had an amazing finish
price
to
pool
the
lupa
game.
yang
Massive props. This is one of the first games I'm like, a
Price
team
pool
is
lupa
using
yang
the
guys.
S79, which is the smoke grenade,
Ay,
launcher
nako,
to
andol.
its full potential.
Price pool lupa yang
That
kini ko.
S79 alone, the double, kept them alive and denied the angles from Deke Xavier. They don't have the S79 this game. I do believe Ulf make it to top 4 only.
Yeah, and something that I like about Ulf as well was the way that they were able to use their grenades up against Mad Bulls. Even though Mad Bulls was currently focused on a completely different team, I think that kind of gave the opening even more to Ulf to just have more freedom there towards the northwest.
I don't know about you guys, man, but I'm in love with Rondo. It's so crazy. I mean, just seeing every little trick being used. The terraforming was on point. The M79s, man, that is how you get it done right there. But you know what? I want to go back to what you were talking about, 7, when it comes to D. Xavier. 7 matches so far, guys. They have gotten a top 4 out of 6 of them so far.
I mean, it's at what point do we stop saying it's slug? That is the #1 rank pushing team out there for everybody calling them that. Because that's exactly how this team is playing. They find themselves a way towards early into the circle, and then after that, they just...
First time, okay. UNLF na.
Perfect example.
UNLF na, UNLF na first time. UNLF na. UNLF na.
It was the timing. I gotta give props to this team because they do something really well, and it's the timing that they're able to find a way into the center of that circle. They were able to split Alpha 7. They didn't even have an engagement, and they found themselves the perfect location.
Yeah, they create some
FPG
I
innovador.
think they used C4s a little bit early on that game, put down some cover flares. There actually so many big cover flare plays this entirety of this match so far for Rondo. Though as we look at some of the replays, yeah, actually APG getting absolutely demolished, not only by D+,
Oh, APG just wala kan lagi taro ko dani ni ko sa.
which was kind of rough though. Alpha 7 versus Vampire. Huizao jumping out the car a little bit too quickly there, 7.
Are you trying to trigger me right now? Yeah, is that what's going on right now?
Kukabjing yun eh.
Boy, you definitely
Ah, hacker na na
you
kukabjing.
the hook out there, and I definitely been into it. It was just confusing for him to fully send it like that. And you can see the emotion right there from Rosemary before we even continue on with the information there from Alpha 7. Rosemary had a pop off. You know what? Let's switch focus, Max, because that team. My goodness, the way that they were playing, they were being aggressive, and this is completely different for Alter Ego than what we have
reaction yun eh.
past when it comes down to Rondo, being more aggressive and hunting people down.
Yeah, they barely made it to the late
ULF na, point 17 lowa, elimination tara lo rumba, elimination taret, place point tara, kara 15 point, RDG 11, DX 10 yun, hello mito, sa 54 leho bani, 64 leho bani, mo ini to 1 na dum lay DX yun, lay na, mo ini sa po pang ladi, pwede tabi niya si Dia din, ulit ng 2 minutes.
It seems like they just unnecessary sin from that squad. The main issue that they've been having, it feels like this.
APG yun, pasagin na irengal ladi, pasagin ka tra. APG yun, pasagin na.
Single player, you know they're so hyped. And it's so crazy.
APG yun, pwede na makaptang nila yun, APG. Only 1.16.
Could have happened. I was looking at the leaderboards for a second. Top 3 teams are all Turkish. We've got all the Turkish teams on the podium. That was a very interesting one, point-wise at least, not in terms of just placement points.
Thailand gi anini na yun siya. VP iiga.
But very good day here. All 17.
Iiga Thailand gi.
They were looking pretty decent, middle pack of the rankings, right? How high is that really
MVP man tagar ba?
going to be the big question as Scarface not big surprise.
For it.
Going to be our match MVP for this Rondo game.
Yeah,
Ôi của cam này chạy na mấy ông mà sao cái cam nó vừa được cái sao mà này match kia wali cái là match mari mga wali match mari yung wala mini
They should be pushing them up on that leaderboard once we end up getting to the overalls.
Yeah. One thing I want to talk about a little bit earlier in the game, right? My question is this, guys.
Wait a second.
Oh, actually, never mind. Let's take a look at the overalls right there. THANKG now creating this little
Mario có phải đến cái sao cái hồi xưa
Oh yeah, they're looking. I mean, again, how do they keep getting these circles?
It's crazy.
Get on that position, but I do think I have to agree. Is it luck or is it maybe just pure raw skill? They just know.
Di kena DX na was about 66 point lead daw lang eh. PMGC top 5 ta handa eh.
I have to be a little bit critical here. Slipping a little bit. It's not a massive point gap, right? No, it's just between themselves and second place. It is currently a 4-point gap, but APG down to 5th. You know, starting off the day one really well. Here, just getting completely squad wiped by two teams that were third partying them. APG got completely caught off guard.
I mean, it kind of came down to how D+ was able to actually play that. I was really impressed with what D+ was doing towards the north. Noble
top 5 ta handa eh.
was able to get to the compound that APG was trying to get to.
DK yung maka handa rin yun eh. DK yung 16 delay eh.
As you mentioned, I mean, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken,
Karano yung hinggat kiwan.
ended up third partying that as well. For APG, not a match that they want to continue to relive. I'm pretty sure they'll be moving on to Erangel.
Yes, indeed. Let's take a look at this. Solo for
DRX,
47.
Solo
Total
0.1,
points there from
Solo
Scarface.
0.7,
Take that all day long.
Scarface.
7 Rebel putting up 2.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
7, moving up to third.
India di leho na bo. India team kaya yaw. India leho re. India di qualifying round da leho re. Hoy game mo horse bro. Sino iring ka lang tang yeng gise do horse. Hoy game. Iring ka lang tang yeng gige do ga lord ga hoy ge horse.
And guess what? When those two teams, when those top 3 teams, at least 2 of them fail, yeah, they're gonna be moving up.
Oh, yes, indeed. By the way, you know, speaking of Vampire, Max.
Yes.
Is THANKG the new Neox factory?
Possibly. Like, we're seeing some hard drops happening over there. It seems a very early fight
to
indeed.
the
But
test,
the Vampire, you know what, there is no chance it can happen for themselves. Though, I want to pivot this transition
Karana.
to another team.
Lâu ni moi do ya rồi hero cái last start pas đấy. Karana lâu được. Bro cái team hero. Ai team lo. Bro cái team hero. Ai, oh ai team APG. APG cái DX ka. DK ka. Bro same sang ta se bro. Same sang ta se rồi. Ai nào vậy sai ta se guys. Hầu đấy. Nào vậy sai đó ta đã quay rồi.
I mean, for the kind of fight between
Ay national yan din. Guys, matamamagi ay siya. Alam si Zayta. Ano ni si Zayta ko? Pasa ba? Pasa. Siya yata. May ba? Pasa ba? Satek na. Yaw na na. Kona na. Mabuk lagi tolak ko sa kaya sa kekawi. Jarang-jarang sanya begini. Kowe kebedi tawa kasihan naka sawangki sawangtu malu marah ya deh sabar kami wah beneran Jose sini pas jam Sino ba diyo? Sino ba cái nó cái UFO dầu được không ạ? Khỏe thông đây được. Khỏe thông đây cái UFO dầu được. Ê, copyright lại ấy guys. Copyright kịp đớt lâu lại ấy. Blog đớt lâu nó copyright lại ấy. Mấy mà copyright message bắn đâu phải xử lý na. Mấy mà riêng đớt lâu tha thì copyright phải xử lý quan. Copyright phải xử lý quan đó.
They are not
Nhưng
showing
mà
because you would just see me starting turning to red, and it's because of the same issue and same mistake.
Ay, copyright sa hindi kasi kaya deh video cái kinogi. Ano na tayo video mo channel mo strike lock sa laga di biya kada yo. Adugin.
It's amazing. They can continue, they can win those fights, they can
Copyright
get the
yung
elimination, but as soon as
ay, fiziki siya dito ra sila gira.
to being the defensive team, they just start scrambling, and DRX was able to showcase that perfectly, and I mean Max perfectly in the first round.
They have so much momentum going into that fight. It's like, okay, you get some knocks, you're looking really good in that fight, and then they just completely stop pushing. And they gave control back over to DRX, and as you said, DRX then are like, well, you're giving us an opportunity, we're going to start fighting back, and it's going to start...
Copyright.
If you have a good opener in if they win it, not only do you get
copyright.
entry point in the circle itself, so that would have been a double win if they actually come out on top of that engagement.
Yep. Yeah, you know what?
Copyright
a little bit earlier, Seven, right? And you got a chance to talk to him about that crazy push. How you feel about Vampire going into air
It's going to come down to that circle. It's going to come down to see what that team can do. Where are they going to be going? If they end up getting blessed by the circle, great. We saw them do it.
Oh no!
Transitions yesterday into that military
Why
but what's going to happen if it doesn't end up going?
Why, Dada? Why?
I want to see some. I got some questions. I need an answer, Vampire.
Let's go, guys.
Hold on. Let's go, guys.
Roaring comeback here as we get started in our first Aaron Gale match of the day.
Erangel match sau đây. Erangel đi Karana này cũng tôi ngoài gì? Asa, Karagi support à? Cái liềm nó Karagi support. Karagi thôi nè.
But the circles have been anything but. Certainly on our first map yesterday, we have so many returns to Sosnovka. It's starting to get a little bit old, Blank. You know, it's starting to get a little bit repetitive.
You're the one mentioning it. You're giving it.
Well, you stopped me from doing it yesterday, so I felt like I had to get it in early.
You're giving it life again. Yeah.
Lấy xin mà nó tin như phải thế nó cắm ra cái đây.
First circle in a while, first plane path in a while, sorry.
APG đi, Erangel đó ta vậy này. Mọi gì drop location.
Quite a little bit. So there'll definitely be some slightly different rotates, definitely be some slightly different looting portions at the early stages of the game.
APG.
Ulf getting out down towards the...
Gary had a lot of passion. I think
they had a pretty decent game there over on Rondo. Now the boys were talking about how Big Savior is...
Hai cái này Erangel đi nào, ngoài này Erangel đi nào mà này, ngoài đây này. Này là cái đâu này, ai là cô độc sinh cái này, phải đấy. Mà thế, cái bộ thôn, CCTV em có ngoài này nè, này vì nè CCTV.
And make it happen that way, so very well done to them.
They did get into that position because of a solo scout and a little follow-up.
Mai phim à, chú hồn diệu này.
Sent Levi's in there. They were on a long.
Ta E7 đến ngoài này mới được. Chính là ta pa các cái này lụt, rồi lụt rất tao nó chính các cái này.
They were then after that point. I think it's safe to say. I think that's a reasonable thing to bring into the mix. And we didn't talk about it for so long, Blank, that it is not another military circle. We are going to the west side. Over to Everest is pretty much in the center on this circle. The Gak field, the open expanse that will try and house as many teams as possible, but it's not going to be fun.
Glacier đó pa 30 cái nó cái spin lucky spin đó là cái này là cái này hai mình thằng bạc DXT nungai đi nè map sau đi nè gari pe na thau wa function này gì cái này mình tao có đây nè gì không you thau đấy you left
currently in 4th place. I want to see him go all the way because I think they can do it. It just depends on the day for this team, it seems, because they are very much up and down.
Oh, you left the repair se moi
filled the holes
repair
quite
no
well.
sa se moi
Being added to the squad. Scarface also is just having some really pop-off moments, which I've been enjoying.
3x lo 3x na tamali ta
di say playing to its strength more.
3x na tamalo
get in towards that strength.
3x na ti
with the announcement yesterday that it's that we're returning to Turkey for next year.
Normal loot ne one.
They want to be the team to represent.
Normal loot to paina re iba kano me ajo. S2K alpha diwa.
S2G coming on in to represent the Turkish region as the last year.
Watching
key. Defending champion, maybe.
DX to watching key ta
It would be a big upset for quite a few fans though, where there is a Turkish team representing the champion over in Turkey, but it ain't RCB.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've got Regnum Car, you've got S2G, but you used to have Blank, and this is notable, Fireflux, right? Now they're a new team. And who's that? Well, it's all. It's awful.
I don't really know where you go.
They will cannot have
But yeah, right?
Yeah, you,
okay,
you
I'm
know,
just
Look,
no,
saying
you
that.
are correct.
Yeah,
Three
yeah,
for
yeah.
the
I'm
Cap
just saying.
on 5
Ti quỳnh chăng anh hiểu.
Used to be,
Cái này nếu
I
mà
think, the predominant team.
cái gì cũng còn bên đi cũng chưa là đại.
Them and S2G were sort of back and forth for a long
Lại
time.
tao lúc kia.
Conversation.
Chị đi à?
And then
DA as well.
they had a big
Lại
fall,
tao lúc kia.
right? This Fireflux roster.
Cái này giờ lúc kia bạn.
That
I
downswing.
think they were dominant for a season.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I think yeah, I'll give you that. Was it the season before PMGC in Turkey 8?
It was a spring split, so no, because that was where Ketch was MVP.
Vào
Do
đây nè.
you remember?
I'll have to go back and
It
look.
was like
But
2023.
either way, my point being that this is a return to that position, right? It is team.
Yeah.
Sure, it's an upset now, but if you'd have said that, you know, a couple of years back, people would have been like, "Oh yeah, this roster
Lúc chiều đấy.
that they could be."
Sọc gần cái yếu gì cái đi phòng này.
So it's good to see.
Yeah, sọc gần mà giờ cầm bát đi.
Patching some holes.
Bên này UMP của phải nữa, thì cái tăng tăng nó phải này.
Some Shakespearean commentary.
Messi nó sẽ lúc rồi, Messi nó có rất đẹp. Mà là lào hai gram này.
I will not take any.
RDG đi lụt cổ tàu cái tàu về đó. Chừng mà tập bài vào lạc.
I'm being garroted. I'm going to need to get myself a Mini 14 to cheer me up. And the way to do that, well, I've got to log into the game. The Polar Party skin is available if you log in to get a free permanent firearm finish.
Yeah.
Only for the next 2 days, though. Only today and tomorrow.
I know, that's cool though. Permanent skins, always nice to see, and it is a nice looking skin too.
Log into PUBG Mobile to get a free emote.
Some other goodies
Ah,
all the way up until the 25th.
Why you qualify with bro? Why you qualify with them?
Logging in, getting those challenges done.
Qualify với hôm nay Messi đó anh lọ ai gần nan phone tàu ra mày anh nó phục vụ sang ngay là Ronaldo với Messi gặp anh đi đâu anh nói lọ ai gần đấy vào đúng không Nico ơi này họ sẽ đi đâu ai cũng phải là gì đấy đấy các bạn đã em họ sẽ đi Taliga
Team Flash.
Ngọc sẽ đi cái Taliga
Screens at the moment in shooting range hills. Not looking like they want to go too much further. DRX are behind them, so maybe they're thinking they can guard that out, play the north side of the river. I mean, if it goes north, they'll be in a great spot.
lượt chế bá đang tàu nào ra nhỉ?
Less of the landmass in this next zone.
DRX thì số là cần rotation chất lên rồi.
Hard on them.
Well, you second like 66 points, 55,
Understandable
54.
with the way they're playing.
Tough luck.
I think you got to cut them a little
Thằng
bit.
thằng đấy.
Considering this is their first PMGC.
DX.
I said that they're
DX nó ù lắm mà nó không thấp đây.
as hard as steel over in the league stage, but there was no audience. There was no fanfare, right? It was you were on a stage.
Live đó, lại vào cái ai làm bảo mà
This is the PMGC Grand Final.
secret phần mà nạp tệ.
There is an audience in front of you. You're following
Secret
big
secret,
acts like
phải không?
Bam Bam, who was
Lại vào cái talk
amazing, by
xe,
the way, if you didn't quite catch
lại
that.
vào cái talk xe
Idols on stage.
Oh yeah.
là
Crazy. So I do
là
think that it is
Là
frightening being here as a new
à
team.
xa
Something you've never experienced before as well. It's a very different experience.
xa lại là ok
For the Flash, maybe it's a case of you're
sau này
stepping
khăn
out
đó
on the bike now.
lại vào bên mà tăng qua đi sao mà sau này căng mà cầm tập video đây guys alo lại đi cái mà tăng còn được gì mà tăng nhiều được cái phung tarup tarak tarak cái
It's so intimidating.
ya tập video đó xong đó
Until you get that experience.
alo
So that's what we'll be looking to see from them. Maybe as the days goes on,
Zarki na
days
to
go
sigo.
on, they can continue to march up the tables. I think appearing on the front page for them would be a brilliant result. As a first
Zarki,
PMGC
Stolberg.
performance from a rookie team this year.
Stolberg is
for the
Stolberg.
PMNC, I think that would be fantastic to be in the top
Rotation mo yan, yun.
teams in the world.
Ang ta sinadrigo si Paudia.
That is an accolade.
Ang sanadrigo. VP zone of lady.
Before and
At ay dilo ay zone mong lady.
likely to see again.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so. Hard to beat, really. For Thunder Talk,
Sang na niyan yun.
making their way up on
APGD tam tam sang tori zone.
wrap down up towards farm. They pass Pachinki now. Most
Zone
teams
ja katom singa katoy no kang dire si Paudia.
fair enough on this kind of circle.
Iya sabihin kang ko zone eh.
Already.
Mo yung zone split zone eh.
The RCB is insanely good at grabbing central position on every single
Lari
circle.
pa bahay tabay ni pa
The circle
daga.
does move north.
We hay ba lo ere. Ay ne do na ID hay ba lo ere asa.
It is tough. It is
Ôi
tough.
hay dần kìa. Cắm đây.
Teams on the north, as you say.
Xúc sân đấy.
Trying to go central again, but it is not going so well. Marth is on the hunt, and it's 3 on the hole for Marth. The shotgun impenetrable. Wall to the center fire, but Loxy wants to turn it around. The backup's through. Marth gets flushed, but he holds nigh on solo.
Wow. Finding the center of the circle, whether they're allowed to be in the center of the circle. Story, one that yeah, that one out himself on his lonesome. His handwriting.
Oh yeah, it is one hell of a scribble. Soulless trying to get out of there as fast as he can, trying to navigate those corners. Killer Joe steps out forward, doesn't quite connect on the spray. But finally, goes down. It felt like that should have happened a lot earlier, Blank, but team that shot that they are looking for in the end, and that's what.
I think that honestly, 20-point range, like low 30s, 20 points. You're not doing great right now in PMGC, but you're also, there's no one doing horribly. There's no one doing horribly at PMGC so far. Flash did take a tumble there from VPE. Red Bull able to find a couple of shots their way.
Vampire wanting to clip the wings here on Team Flash. Not really able to do too much to keep Win safe here. Looks for the shot, straight down line. A couple of cheeky headshots there. A brilliant safeguard position from Bose. Oversight on towards his down teammate. And an answer finally sent back towards Vampire. Humbled a little bit on the angle. An overpeak comes through for them, but Lazarus immediately rolls in for the response. They're already bolstering their position. Zeiss is there though. Up on the high ground. I don't think he's going to be able to go for it with Lazarus moving in to that position.
Red Bull going to go for the save. His teammate Gooey. Get it back up again. Where is DXA here right now? On top of Everest. Of Alter Ego swinging wide. Ulf. Beaches of the crates at the moment. I think the main difficulty here is quite a lot of teams are already pretty packed out areas, but you really want to pass over the top of it. But now you have to, as we're going to go all the way towards the north side of the map around the box compound, which E-Arena quite comfortably hold right now.
This is nasty. Those bridge crossings now going to be really very treacherous. That regroup for E-Arena towards the box compound over on that east side. This is where they can start to farm a couple of points, but are they going to get challenged by Team Flash, by Vampire? Everybody moving now, and Alter Ego managing to harry the backlines as Team Goat try to roll through to the west side of Georgia Pole, but it is not an easy journey, and Krypton's going to make it all the harder. This Goat team can't get out of their clutches. Two of their players now, well, one knock and flush sent towards them. They're playing on as 3 and they haven't been able to regroup fully. Alter Ego really looking to try to ruin their day on this west side bridge.
Fair enough. Quick's trying to go for the shots there. Don't quite find anything just yet. Krypton's immediately in. On the side, but the refrag does come through, and Alter Ego will be just fine for now. They could wrap it out on the bridge. I think there's going to be so many teams all on this northeast side, the northeast bridge.
I mean, DRX are up there. They're playing as 4, but the early warning system of Goat team, having already gone through them, might be able to alert them to that presence. We'll see if Goat are able to. Buggy is very on fire, very lacking on tires right now, and Killer Joe is having a terrible time.
Yeah, it's a sad Buggy. Ticking time bomb for Killer Joe, and he's playing with literal fire right now.
We'll go the distance though. That's
APG come there, APG come there.
Flash with APG now.
Yo.
Too much against this approach. I mean, APG yesterday came off of a pretty shoddy rondo into a magnificent Erangel. Gonna see that repeat. They're already on the northern side. They're playing as 4. They might just have a good chance.
I mean, APG.
Where
you do have to rotate quite a bit, take advantage of terrain, out sight lines. So this is APG.
Sahim da mura kam nei kai no.
If I'm honest.
APG je.
See what they're able to do with obviously DXA.
Sahim da mura kam nei kai no APG je.
Towards the northeast side, see where
APG
they're
top
in from. But Vampire is holding that. It's only really with majority of the land, you know.
Yeah.
Next place you ying ji na next place me chaw ne me cha na.
Positions as well being occupied. Ulf underneath. I think we saw earlier one of
Zone
them.
version gre APG zone version gre.
On that west side bridge, so they do have a little bit of maneuverable cover there, and D+ on the east side bridge.
Do version gre. Anda ki jiri ko yaw bro yaw de. Irengal yaw de rondo watan ire karo yaw.
Out to the west edge here, Blank. This is great for Ulf. This is good for Alpha 7. Thunder Talk as well. It's really mean. That spit of land from the north side of the circle, just reaching in from DRX's position, could be quite powerful. That crescent hill that Thunder Talk currently sit on as well, once the east side clears out, could also have some decent oversight.
It's unfortunate for a lot of squads over on the east side where they've all made a lot of long here. It has required them to be outside the blue for a long time too, just to make sure they could be safe for as long as possible. Now you're asking them to push down towards the southwest side.
Zone.
God, that's rough. That's kind of cool and unexpected.
Xavier also trying to poke the noses in and actually getting
Zone si zone pai no jaga ne ko ye zone je tak long passion da bi de gari ta lo ong dum nei jo. E ta na gare to kele e vada se fu ka bi no kien die refuse ka kien die ni jare
and top stays on top of the fight. We'll be able to handle business, but there's more to play as Vampire a big pickup by John.
I mean, going back in for that from DXavier was some seriously weird work. I mean, I guess it gave time for the rest of the other team or rest of the squad to make their way over towards that west side. Finish him off. Here's over towards the crashed airplane.
FL.
That's all the way on the north side. Shooting range. Now Bulls, next team to...
Ani top na nung tak boom yung mana ko tari niyo. Tayo ko. Vape ke nishi no nishi gre. Ama tanga re one last standing. Oi la.
For Vampire in the meantime is APG able to fend
them off back in the corner now. And they're layering nades on top of it. They put themselves back up to 4 players as well, and those nades connecting, doing damage, but Team Flash, they do lose bows on looking to get the job done, will do so. Arena off in the distance, may look to third party. Going to be pretty quick to put themselves back on.
Possible. What I do love is that Tulika has already traded that. So they can quickly move back soon. But yeah, you don't want to be sitting here. We just saw how nadeable it is.
Nice. Yes, I mean, give me a hat 3. DRX give me a hat 3. DX give me a nishi grab a hat 3.
Start moving downwards. The arena chasing over towards Tulika, but
APG refuse na mazung thada gre.
Lazarus down.
Zivi lotion gre APG ra.
Down to just one player.
DX ki loy gre. Last man DX ki standing. DX lo le ma tang ngai. Hello user paritos. The director. Gusto dari ngai te.
As well, who's sending
gusto dari ngai te. Sidi tournament. Sidi tournament ni na gusto ko e pa.
For the remainder of this match, I'm assuming here. But Levi's is still alive for Team Xavier.
Gusto ko sa tong kam na niyo. Gusto ko tika happy one.
Alter Ego on the north.
DRX lo gre.
Okay. A little bit of a 1-2 punch.
DRX lo gre second table lo gre. Second mo to le APG ki point mari lo gre. Bazare. Oh, E yung sang sale. E ga APG kam na ka do re.
From Alpha 7. That's Alpha trying to hold in that position.
Kam na ka do re. E ga man oksa gre. APG to takai gre.
It sort of works out where they have more control of the map on the northwest.
Kam na me APG do ani ka tanga re. APG 1 HP hai bhai pura. Amazon oksa gre. Diffuse lady.
Down over APG, and it's going back and forth right now. Arena having a tough time though. Left as one. We're tuning over though.
Last minute
shells ringing out on the top.
Last minute APG
the challenge, but doesn't have Amori to spot. The nade's already pulled, and Amori loses his first. And forces the nade to stay on the outside there, so potentially keeps himself nice and safe, tucked away in the corner. extends this fight, but they're on the south
Oh,
side.
yeah,
A
but
bumble on
don't
the
talk
nade.
in.
That takes Poser very, very low. And a bouncer
Yes!
from Mori.
Hey, sige
He
po,
finds
bounce
it,
ko
and
daw do.
Poser
Out the wanda.
desperately patching himself up now with that first aid, and another nade in for Amori. Looks for another bounce, doesn't connect on that one.
Oh, the
Now
EA ka
looks
kam na
to
ri
throw
EA
on
kam
that
na
crate.
EA last
Still
minute.
with one player
Ano kam na
beneath
ri.
him. Has to get going. The zone's approaching.
Amuri is, you just can't ever count this guy out.
TPG
Absolutely
ka kam na ri
insanity.
EA.
Massive fumble on the nade there, like you say.
Sige.
Not
Kanogi.
getting it through that
Grenade
window
di.
there could have been the death of them, because they did set up quite well where you get the
Grenade
bounce
ang
towards the
kasar.
top side
Adora.
and down towards that window up top, so the only place that Amuri
Kaya
could get
kaya
was down
chinge.
the stairs. Rez is going
Chinge,
through.
chinge.
Good
Loy
bang.
may di ma
This guy
RB.
is crazy. This guy
Grenade
is
ka tagalo si
actually
Juanda.
Slam dunk for Amori. What a bouncer.
APG na kanol siya gre APG ge point APG point 6 meter mo second lay gre. DRS ke matak to lay gre.
To a match potentially for Amori.
APG mi ani tanga re APG jo.
The Mad Bulls take a nosedive.
TT full squad lady, A mi home lady. Full squad lady si A7 katang A7 katang A7 ga. TT gani. Oh loy gre APG lo siya gre. Pointer ko di loram na. Ya bi ay sa tiyan lari. A7 na chicken jasa la mo into mulai do ni. ULF ka A7 ga na chicken jasa la ko mo into RB jo. RB solo ko tanga ne thadi thaja diki diki full squad lady mi ne he. Oi diki no full squad lady mi ne. Oh my god.
You want to use that as cover? Well, take it away from you.
Oh, that's excellent stuff. But actually, might allow the rest of the team to roll on in, and could have allowed the rest there. Oh, that is nasty stuff. I mean, back to the bottom of the tables with you, D+.
It was funny. I thought it was funny.
Some classic D+ comedy there.
Yeah. Sadly, it did result in his death.
Are they going to get the No, I don't think they can get
Hatok tayo gari na pusa kibai.
Exciting.
Nora Rosan, thank you.
That would have been too quick, I believe.
Welcome.
Shing, though, also going down.
Titiking naman Jordan Oksai.
What are we doing? Why are we just letting our teammates bleed out?
I mean, the kill was really, really difficult. There's a lot of angles.
I don't know, bro.
They could have smoked it. They could have done a lot, but they could have shown would won't have their team now.
Tell me which angles we're looking at.
Alter ego, I don't know. Diki game mo nuksa
There's no angles.
Chips nuksa chips.
Stop wobbling my cables. I can't hear anything now.
You've been wrecked.
Osal, tanga na Osal.
Absolutely. But we are going to be getting underway. I mean, look, they're still taking shots from it, okay? Look, there's still shots from Ulf. Play it on in.
Osalan nam sala ko tala mo lo siyempre.
Do anything more as D+ do take the full tumble. Okay, they're not on the bottom of the tables anymore, blank. But they're pretty close. 32.
Diki sa loy gi.
Yeah, they're back up. Again, low 30s. It's kind of where you want to be.
Titigi azeni. May ang sani. Kapsa de.
Great angle over towards the top right.
Chat pagandang dyan,
They
tiyo.
weren't here.
Chat pa chain magandang dyan, tiyo.
They weren't here.
Well, they are now, and that is going to be a nasty little surprise for Thunder Talk. Just sighting now remaining. Revel, though, spots one of the outposts of Alter Ego, who, believe it or not, have 3 players alive, or they did before that engagement.
Ihal eh, titigi.
All the way up on that northern edge.
Titigi azeno, ihal. Bide siyong yesan, gari iyaw naman.
Doesn't even
Oh,
want to
mi
push
pid
up.
I keno pidri ni nezo pansi to kill pidri.
Couple of placement points, they'll take it, you know? 10 elims is a pretty banger game, all things considered. But now, Alpha 7 on the south side, the team with the most in this circle, but they are right on the edge of this. The Alter Ego on the outside might have a better time. Ulf, I think they're going to struggle potentially to
Eh, sabihin niyo full squad hindi ni. Sabihin niyo chicken sa salak ko din. Eh, sabihin niyo chicken sa salak ko topam gitu ni.
You look very confused.
I just don't
Eh, sabihin niyo chicken sa salak ba topam eh.
talk.
Top ta. Eh, sabihin niyo chicken sa salak ko top ta.
It felt like they just gave up on that game.
ULF yung mamana chicken sa akin niya. Hadap si chicken sa salak. Di mo era ka din.
Inside here, but that hovercraft crossing with the smoke cover. It goes up in smoke, but it gets the job done. And now they're close to GOAT team. The nades can start to come on through. Goes long for the response, and that is
May
perfectly
buong
placed
dito
there.
ko.
More cooks coming on through, and it's just Killer
Chapchalan sa laki.
Killer Joe.
Uy,
Trying to
ano
get
magsawa?
another
Nakakabalik.
brilliant lineup coming through from Obscure.
Yes,
They just
yes,
saved
yes.
Killer Joe's skin there. able to keep them in the game and a lot of damage.
Đi rồi xem như
Alpha
anh là
7
cái
take
Israel
their
đó.
turn.
Israel kia là hôm lâu Ivan rồi lắm rồi.
It looked like they had it all across the road, but no, the lineup just too brutal to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have made that maneuver, but I think if they got that done slightly quicker, they'd set up a smoke train, honestly, but I think they just had to push that. That they couldn't have delayed as much as they did. Alpha 7 has 16 smokes, 14 nades, and I'm almost certain that they win this game.
Almost. That's an interesting position. I feel like you should be more sure.
Sutta intention ni THANKG mayang masa ne ba mane mayang sa ne THANKG aji aji udro. Ba na play ta ko to to ne silo ta wala ne para na kampai.
With the nade now, a chance.
E sabe na na ra da ni mo. Mo na chikalo wi mo ne. Da bisi chi mo ne.
Bounces on.
Full squad ne ona asmo to vong ba ni e sabe.
The window this time that looks a little bit better. Forces Killer Joe for the peak. And they take down another team now. 2 players left to handle. It's Alter Ego on the north side, who are into this one pretty deep. 6 heliums on this match as well, Blank, so a second place no matter what will be good for them. Guizhou gets a little bit too close for comfort, has to back it off. Moana with the nade. They've already faded away. Alpha 7 though.
Smoke drama, bone drama to flashbang
where they were playing on the map, they had so many sidelines to work with. I think they played so for Alpha 7, we're very much benefiting from the fact that most teams did not want to challenge around box compound or challenge on that bridge.
Alpha 7. Just holding back. Alter Ego looking for a little bit of that Mad Bull's magic. Go for that 2v4. Revo spots Moana. He's pinging out on that ridge line. We know where you are. Moana now has to get a little bit more. No one really connecting, but Alter Ego do still have to push forwards.
Moana. Now 2v4 is absolutely possible here, I'd say, but I think Alpha 7 is playing the game out very, very slow, which is fair enough, all things considered.
Boom the mic on. That's side though, yeah.
Obscure without
Angle siempre.
Here. You can see the lineup is so brutal. Alpha 7 really want to close this one down. They've let one too many slip through their before.
Yeah, I mean, it's how Rosemary played that out on Rondo, right? Where I would say he over-egged the pudding. Here Alpha 7's trying to bake a lovely cake.
Boom out. Taiwan, Kangwan, so boom like any
choking this match out right now.
Down
and Alter Ego not really finding the responses. Only one nade now left for Alter Ego. 1 Molotov. 14 smokes for Alpha 7. They got 5 nades as well. Stepping up for the challenge, Moana managed to find Obscure a little bit sleepy. Does connect. That final nade comes on through, but it just doesn't get the value in response. Moana actually trying to charge up and trying to bring them over that ridgeline. Krypton, but again, they're just not hitting that ground. They are playing it.
Yeah, I mean, PMGC, there is no reason harder because eventually they're going to get silhouetted at the top of the hilltop, and then shots. They could drop some smokes. As soon as they start to get to nade range, it's a lot easier. Right now, it is hard to throw those grenades because the arc doesn't support them, as it will just swing past. But you can see here, they are just going long.
Okay. Silhouette order.
I feel like that might be the time that Alpha 7 try and pull the trigger on this fight. A lot of backed into a corner, nowhere to go. Alpha 7 able to choke the game.
Really took the time with it as well. That is a lovely cake. And I was 100% certain they were going to win, and they did.
So true.
But very, very well done. Very, very well done to Alpha 7. I think I really like that. I think as well, there's been a string of pretty good games. And again, they are such a fantastic squad, but there is mistakes being made right now. But the thing is, if they're able to fix those mistakes, they'd be insane. They'd actually be insane.
I think, to be fair though, the same could be said for quite a few of our teams here. coming on into these finals. It has been ups and downs across the board, but this is certainly a high note for Alpha 7.
Game more. ตกช่างเลยนิเกอร์ไม่เอาเลยเหรอมวยไลน์นับสิดินิเกอร์ไม่เอาเลย follow นิเกอร์
Alpha 7 get their first chicken dinner here in Bangkok, Thailand at 7 for the first time. Let us
นิเกอร์ไม่เอาเลยเหรอนิเกอร์
Do Brazil!
Brazil 는 치킨 디너서 그래. Game more guys, ai live muthal ke, amuk tharak ke. Amuk live muthal ke si copyright cha gram ne sigi kano je. Ai mi live ni copyright cha gram ne. Wo cha kana lau dong man ge wo khang di bo gi di. Ta lau jan. Hayeng khangan. Hayeng khangan. Guys live muthal ke ko si lo ra ga. Au dom thing ra se. 지금 탈락이 엄청 long 탈락. 대노다이 지 copyright 사람 copyright 사도 지금 닫아야 돼. 야, 왜? 왜 탈락이 엄청 탈락. 치엘로.